else in the vids? I think that was it. What's this? Who's liking my stuff? Okay, whoever that is. Let's go. Got a follow from a blue check mark. Let's go. Mixable liking my stuff. Legend. Only legends be doing that. Okay. So now we have something else to talk about. Over the weekend, Tectone and Asmongold, it was like Sunday, Monday, they decided that they wanted to try to get Hassan banned again. Like, this guy running defense for terrorists, not even running defense for terrorists. Like, Asmongold straight up said, he's providing material support to terrorists. Let's just see the clip.
Let's call you. I'm not going to talk. Like, why would I talk to Hassan so he can look? That's it. And so anyway, and let's call you. I'm not going to.
Oh, so this is somebody asking, like, are you going to debate Hassan? He wants to talk to you on stream.
That's it. And so anyway.
You can't ban me, I have a cute dog.
True, very true.
That's it. And so anyway, and let's call you. I'm not going to talk. Like, why would I talk to Hassan so he can lie and make up a bunch of bullshit like he did with Ethan? I'm not going to talk to Hassan.
Literally,
I'm not going to.
I haven't watched much of the whole Context Nuke coverage that Hassan's been doing, but I did see like 2 or 3 clips. It's just straight up him like not even kidding, just clipping Hassan out of context and being like, look, see, here's this anti-Semitic thing he said when he's like, Hassan's like explaining how the thing that he's talking about is anti-Semitic or whatever. It's Ethan is the one making stuff up.
To go and be like, okay, let's explain what it is. I'm watching the clip. I'm not going to explain this. I'm not going to have somebody lie to me. I have no interest and not even a slight desire to have any conversation about it whatsoever.
Alarm clocks, Volk. You're doing him a favor if you do that.
Support for a terrorist organization. You do so on a daily basis, and that's it. It's literally that simple. It's obvious. And so anyway, I'm like, yeah. And so no, I have no intention of talking or discussing things with anybody. That's it. And so anyway, and let's call you. I'm not going to talk. Like,
wait,
why
here,
would
I missed
talk
it. I missed the part.
So he can lie and make up a bunch of bullshit like he did with Ethan. I'm not going to talk to Hassan. I'm not going to.
They're doing the Sam Cedar thing now, or like what people do to Sam Cedar, where they're like, he's just not good faith. He's a bad faith actor, and I'm just not going to talk to him because, like, what's the point? Well, I have a bigger platform than him anyway. I'd be platforming him.
Go and be like, okay.
When it's like, really, they're just afraid. They know that the moment that they talk to Sam Cedar and expose their audience to Sam Cedar, they're going to lose audience members because people are going to see the way you interact with Sam and be like, oh, wow, this guy actually knows what he's talking about, and my guy is like looks like a fucking idiot right now, and like he can't back up anything that he says. They're doing that to Hassan now.
Let's explain what it is. I'm watching the clip. I'm not going to explain this. I'm not going to have somebody lie to me. I have no interest and not even a slight desire to have any conversation about it whatsoever. You are expressing material support for a terrorist organization.
Just that sentence alone is so stupid. Like, of course the guy that let his mom die in a pile of fucking garbage that he accumulated around her isn't gonna understand the concept of material support. Of course, but material support means you are actually like taking money or like taking weapons and ammunition and giving it directly to Hamas. Being pro-Hamas and saying that you support Hamas in their resistance to the occupation, or that you support the Houthis in supporting the Palestinian people and trying to stop the genocide, that's not the same thing as doing material support. One of those is not tangible. The other one is actually tangible. And if you do that, like if you were to actually provide material support to a designated terrorist group, you're getting kicked out of the fucking country. Like, you're going to prison. You're getting charged with treason. Now, were there some people, Irish people, that supported or gave some material support to the IRA? Yeah, there were. Yeah, there definitely were. Good for them. Good for them. Asmon is giving me inspiration to make some Nurgle units. Stop saying the N-word, Volk. Just because we're watching Asmongold does not give you the permission to say the N-word. It's because you're too fucking stupid to have an intelligent conversation, Asmon, let's be honest. And exactly, the moment he tries to even engage with Hassan like that, his audience will see how fucking stupid he is. Because Hassan's not going to go into this conversation with charitability this time. Every time they've had a conversation, Hassan, like, is too nice, too charitable to Asmongold, in my opinion. But he does that because he doesn't want to go into it like, I'm debate lord, I'm going to own him in the marketplace of ideas. He wants to have a conversation and try to sway his audience over to his side of things by being normal, you know, being a normal human being. But I imagine if they were to debate this time, Hassan's going to take off the kid gloves. Not going to treat him like a little kid at this time.
You do so on a daily basis.
Yeah, he should straight up charge him. But you know, over the past 2 days of seeing some clips of Hassan dismantle the context nuke, or the content nuke, I think what he's doing is important. Like, I think it's good for that he's doing this. Because, like, I didn't know. Like, I haven't seen some of those clips, but seeing some of the stuff that Ethan has taken out of context and tried to say about Hassan is insane. He, like, straight up just like, oh, here's this, like, cut of the clip of him saying the anti-Semitic thing. Let me cut out the part where he explains what he's about to say is anti-Semitic, and that he's just, like, talking about what somebody else said. You know? It's like, holy fuck. Yeah, dismantling Hosbra, exactly. I've always been of the mindset that combating Ethan's talking points isn't that important, because Ethan at the end of the day doesn't care. He doesn't care about Palestinians or Israelis, Jewish people at all. All he cares about is farming drama and trying to assassinate Hassan's character, which is why I think it's just, who cares about what he has to say about anything? But I do think what Hassan's doing is super important, especially they're raising a bunch of money doing it, so get fucked, Ethan.
And that's it. It's literally that simple. It's obvious.
People
and so anyway,
out for less, like
and
Snowden,
so no,
yeah.
I have no intention of talking or discussing things with anybody. That's it.
Okay, so like I said, Asmongold and Tectone both decided to go on another, like, let's get Hassan banned tirade. Wait, where's the original one of Tectone? Tectone's original message. Oh, wait a second. I'm not at the right spot. That's why. I was wondering, where are all those Tectone clips that I had? Here they are. Okay, here we go. What is all this? Oh, yeah, this is Tectone stuff, too. Okay. Oh, first, before we get to Tectone, we had more Asmongold stuff. That's right. I don't fuck with any of these people anymore. I do not fuck with any of these people anymore. Seer is the reason why I started streaming. And he'll always have a place in my heart. I don't think he's a piece of shit. But personally, because this was Emaru's housewarming party. Emaru, it's Emaru, Cinna, and who else? Bonnie, right? They all live together. I remember Bent brought that up. He's the one that informed me of that. There's no way in hell I would ever invite somebody to my housewarming party who ever said that the Palestinians deserve to be genocided, or that he wanted to dress up like Ash Ketchum and go help Thomas Homan deport immigrants. Or that if you're a trans child, that your parents are mentally unstable. So yeah, yeah, the OT cult, yeah. This is just, ugh. Yeah, push him in the pool. He shouldn't have even been invited. The only reason you invite somebody like this is because you're like, yeah, fuck the internet, fuck LSF rising up against us, fuck these Reddit comments. We're not listening to cancel culture. Asmongold's our friend. That's the only reason you do this. Or like you secretly invite him, but you don't like take photos with him. But like taking this photo, it's like, oh no, we support Asmongold. Will Neff, but Will Neff just a couple weeks ago, he was like, yo, if they don't kick Asmongold out, I'm out. And then remember a week ago, Tips made that whole post being like, you know, we're done with the age of sponsors controlling our content. Sponsors are the reason why OTK has failed, not because of people like Asmongold. They're going to bring Asmongold back. Asmongold's still a part of OTK. He's still in the friend group. That he's back in, 100%. He just showed up here. Okay, bet. He just showed up uninvited. Ben's like, no, please, Emeru, no, you didn't. She didn't invite him to his house. she didn't invite him to her house. No, he just showed up on accident, on his own. Emeru didn't invite him. No way. He was invited to her housewarming party. They're gonna continue their podcast, I bet. Fuck all these people, dude. Yeah, again, like. There's absolutely, like, if I have a friend who expresses that they want to dress up in cosplay and go help Thomas Homan deport immigrants, you're not my friend anymore. I don't fuck with you. Unless I can have a conversation with you that, like, helps you see the empathy, sympathy of the situation. But, like, even beyond that, like, I really don't even care to have that conversation. Like, we're done. I'm not your friend anymore. Yeah, Jay Schlatt got his ass out of there. Smart. They'll be friends, but not officially. This is pretty official. This is pretty official right here. An NMP post. Isn't Emma? No, that's Extra Emily. She's the one that did that. Consider Middle East, yeah, military groups terrorist organizations. Yeah, right. See, did I miss anything? Oh, I'm sorry, Pink. There's no actual transphobia going on in this chat. I would not stand by that. I feel like the only thing I've seen is you like making jokes. And then like what I just said, what Asmongold had said, but I'm sorry that you're going through that, you know. But that's just I'm sorry. But yeah, I do not fuck with any of these people anymore. You will not catch me watching any of their fucking content ever again on this stream unless we're like doing opposition research. But yeah, I stand on business. I would never have a friend like Asmongold or invite him to my house. What is this one?
Check us on stream title. He's so happy. What is it? Houthis show the limit of the Iron Dome.
Oh, damn, Volk. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest.
Okay. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Did
I've
you
been
paint
pretty
that? Is that
reasonable about this
yours?
for a long time. I think they should ban him. I do.
Okay, here. Sorry, this part.
I'm gonna be honest.
Wait, how did you make Tectone not like me? I don't remember that. But I thought about going back and deleting all those fucking clips. But I was like, no, that's cringe. Leave them there.
I've been pretty reasonable about this for a long time. I think they should ban him.
Until he's a faux hustler. That's all I was meant, Pink. You keep making those jokes. It's not any of me. It's not me or any of us making the jokes, okay? But no, I'm an ally through and through. Always have been. I know we do make jokes. I haven't made any jokes like tonight. I don't think. Other than the responding to your jokes. But yeah, we are all allies. All have solidarity around here. 100% fuck Asmongold based. Oh, that was a pic you found? Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. He hated on you for that, not me. But I wish, okay, you know what? He did hate on me for that, and I'm glad he did. I remember that, though.
What is it? Houthis show the limit of the Iron Dome. I'm gonna be honest.
Is there a windstorm going on in his house? What is that?
Sounds
like thunder going on or something.
I've been pretty reasonable.
Oh,
about
did
this
I
for a
tell
long
you that?
time.
Fuck,
I think they should
okay.
ban 'em. I do. This is expressing material support for a terrorist group that is targeting civilians and as
Dog literally thinks a title is material support for a terrorist organization. But again, the Houthis are morally righteous. What they're doing is the right thing.
killed people. I have been very reasonable about this for a very long period of time, but we have crossed into the threshold
A South
of
Park character.
in
The worst. He's Cartman. He's Cartman.
plain English supporting a terrorist organization
Unconditional support for queer rights and queer wrongs. Same, yeah, women's rights and women's wrongs.
that is actively attacking civilians.
Oh, okay. You have a problem with actively attacking civilians? What about the United States State Department bombing Yemen every day for the past fucking 2 months? Killing civilians every goddamn day. And not even just like, oh, we bombed this Houthi target and accidentally got civilians. No, bombed an oil port, waited for health workers to show up, and then did what is called double tapping, where they waited for the health workers to show up and then bombed it again. So, Asmin, what are we talking about here?
We have crossed
Oh, yeah, but sorry, you're right, Derby. But you know, they're not human. They're Muslims. You're right. Thank you. Ethan taught me that the other day, and they all think the same, right? I learned that the other day.
into the threshold
Thank you, Derby, for
of-
the clarification.
in plain English supporting a terrorist organization.
Even Cartman starts feeling uncomfortable. He takes the anti-Semitism away from Cartman.
That is actively attacking civilians. This is
Carpets.
this
I'll
is
be your
totally
carpet stomp on me,
unreasonable.
mommy.
There's no justification for this. There's no way that this is okay. It's on video.
Wait, you have him on video providing material support to terrorists? I gotta see this.
I think that if Twitch doesn't do something about it, Amazon needs.
You know, back in the day, like during the Iraq war, when we were like fully backing Iraq with weapons, material support, the United States State Department, we were also providing weapons to the other side secretly, called the Iran-Contra scandal. It's not the first time America's provided material support to people we call designated terrorists.
needs to find out that this is happening.
And we do that every day, like Asmongold is, I am, we all are materially supporting terrorists by paying our taxes, which go to the state of Israel.
This is a crazy, crazy level of extremism that should not be anywhere on the platform.
Yeah, like what the
And
fuck?
again,
yeah, exactly.
if Twitch wants to say that they care about free speech and they're going to let him say that, that's fine. But I want to be able to do a number of other things too myself.
Like what? Like Asmongold, just say it. Just say what you want to say. We're all waiting. I can't wait. I want to know, what is it that you want to say so bad? Because what Hassan's doing is expressing support, not material, but just support for a group that is trying to stop a genocide. The only group standing up to Israel's genocide. Yeah, the N-word, the F-word, the R-word. Well,
But-
he already says the R-word.
If we have a rule set and the rule set says you can't do this, then is it a rule set or not? It's that simple.
His homes brought to Israel to develop bioweapons. We got, you know, he fell through his ceiling earlier. Yesterday, I think, or the day before. Hasman is afraid to debate Hassan. Okay, that's the one we already saw, right?
Check Hassan's stream title. He's so happy.
Asmongold calls for the ban. Is this a new one?
Can you litigate against Twitch for this? Can I litigate it? No, I mean, I can't do anything about it. I mean, it's not my thing. I mean, the only thing that I can do, but, you know, it is nothing. And it's embarrassing. Check us on stream title. He's so happy. What is it? Houthis show the limit of the Iron Dome.
Oh, okay. No, this is what we already saw. Okay. Last week, Asmongold suggested Ethan Klein should stop having Tourette's on camera because it made him look bad.
Like, you know what I said before about, like, the live streaming? Like, him live streaming with, like,
Wait,
those ticks.
This is in response to what somebody said right here. What is this? When Asmongold shows more humanity than leftists. Ethan has Tourette's, which is causing his movements. Be nice about it.
Like, you know what I said before about, like, the live streaming? Like, him live streaming with, like, those ticks and stuff like that. I think it does
Exactly, Samurai. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's terrorism when they do it, counterterrorism when we do it, you know? Or Israel does it.
Legitimize him, and it makes him look unhinged because people don't understand, like, what Tourette's is. Like, for example, if you go back and you watch a lot of my old videos, I used to cover my mouth a lot whenever I would smile because I was...
Bro, this is the exact thing I was talking about the other day when we were watching the debate, and I was saying, like, hey, you know, if you want to comment that maybe it seems like he's on drugs a little bit, like maybe his symptoms are being exacerbated, or maybe even it's like I was saying, like his subconscious mind being like, you're being a piece of shit, and it's exacerbating it a little bit. But I also followed that with saying, hey, we're not ever out here just like making fun of him for his Tourette's. That's fucking abhorrent. We're just commenting that maybe there's like a little bit of a mix of some coke going on as well, because he seems unhinged. Like he's losing it. Him and AB going to the bathroom, taking quick little breaks. But this is fucking abhorrent. Being like, oh, he should like... He's been on the internet for a decade plus now. He should stop doing the thing that he can't control.
Like, you know what I said before about, like, the live streaming? Like, him live streaming with, like, those ticks and stuff like that. I think it does delegitimize him, and it makes him look unhinged because people don't understand, like, what Tourette's is. Like, for example, if you go back and you watch a lot of my old videos, I used to cover my mouth a lot whenever I would smile because I was missing all my teeth here.
Yeah, totally the same thing, dog. Yeah, dude, having Tourette's the same thing as not brushing your fucking teeth.
Right? And so I didn't
Holy
want people
shit,
to see that
dude.
because I thought it would look bad. So in
Holy
often
shit.
cases, there are things that you probably just shouldn't display to your audience, or you should try
Let his teeth rot. He's like, that's the same thing as Ethan in his Tourette's. He should hide it.
to avoid displaying to your audience, even though they're a part of your identity, because it could lead people to have conclusions about you
It's a
or
coke
draw
bleed
those
midstream.
conclusions that are not
Yo, my dad, stepdad growing up, and his friend, that used to happen to them all the fucking time.
charitable.
They would just get nosebleeds all the time, and it was coke.
Now, I know it might sound like a heartless thing to say, but I'm a pragmatic person.
I mean, he's had Tourette's for a very long time. He's always been doing the, like, this thing with his hands and shit like that. I believe he has Tourette's.
And I'm just being honest, and I'm trying to look out for what I think is in somebody's best interest.
Yeah, oh, just you looking out for his best interest, like not just commenting on like an immutable characteristic that he has. You scumbag, dude. What is this, Thrasher? Oh, Scro. I know Scro. Post this in the music. We'll listen to that a little later. Thrasher, were you not here earlier? We listened to Hella and all that stuff. And you know that Zach Hill is the drummer for Hella, right? Yeah, as someone who let some of their teeth rot, I don't claim him. He's a disgusting roach. I was depressed, and you're also from the UK. It's understandable. You guys don't have the same dental hygiene as we do over here. I'm just kidding. Mind lasers. Ethan just coke sniffs 24/7. Yeah. Yeah, not too many people understand it. Music. Okay, music stream again. Think skirt knows Scro somehow. Okay. I've heard Scro's stuff. It's cool. It's whatever. Kind of just like TikTok hype music, in my opinion. Free dental care until 18. Yep. Somehow it's just fucked. What up, Lexi? Anything crazy? Asmongold and Tectone have been trying to get Hassan banned. We're going over that. We talked about GTA 6 earlier. Nothing too crazy. I was dealing with issues like you dealt with no power and no internet for a couple days. No life, exactly. All right, let's see what he had to say. Wasn't this the clip? Yeah, right here. Seeing this latest footage, I'm reminded of how Asmongold laughed uncontrollably at the mere thought of bombing Yemen. I thought Asmongold's hilarious take on bombing of Yemen deserved its own edit because apparently bombing people is funny and war is a joke. Except when Hassan expresses support for a group that is resisting an occupation.
So we're just sending them off. Oh boy. Imagine you're in like this fucking canoe and you see this video, you're like, ah, shit.
A canoe, he says. Yeah, this is a video that we watched a couple weeks ago. This one right here. What up, Adrian?
Fuck, man. Oh, come on, dude.
Poorest country in the world. Every president since Clinton has bombed them.
I'm cooked. I'm going home, man. Yeah, bomb you, man. Yeah. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways.
Evil.
You're making your side look like irrational. Oh, come on, dude. Belligerent.
Meanwhile, the Palestinians are the most resilient people in the world, because that's who he was talking about in that clip. This whole clip is about the Yemeni people and the Houthis. But what he was saying in that little part of the clip, he was talking about Palestinians.
Your side look like irrational. Oh, come on, dude. Belligerent. Oh, shit. Psychotic. Fuck, man. Extremists. Yeah, bomb Yemen, yeah.
Bomb Yemen, yeah. Based. So based. Yeah, this is a drop site video that we watched a couple weeks ago. U.S. launches 15 airstrikes in southern Sana'a and 27 more across northern Yemen as a part of an ongoing military operation. We've been bombing them every day, killing civilians every day. And Asmongold just thinks it's fun.
So we're just sending them
But
off.
doesn't like it when Hassan expresses support for somebody that the United States deems as a terrorist organization. Why are we bombing them? Okay, so what's going on here? Let me explain. Let me pull up maps real quick. Maps. Let me just make sure Maps isn't going to dox my address anywhere. Oh my god. Wait, hold on. How do I get rid of this? There we go. So this isn't doxing me at all, right? We're good. I don't think I'm going to get doxxed if I pull this up. Okay. So, what's going on is, as we know, up here, where Palestine is, it says Israel, but it's really Palestine. Israel is doing a genocide to the Palestinian people so they can fully take over the area. Right now, the Israeli parliament, Netanyahu, just passed a plan to fully take over Gaza. But Israel's genociding the Palestinian people, and some of the only people coming to their aid trying to help the Palestinian people are the Houthis, the Ansar Allah movement down here in Yemen. What the Houthis say, and this is a group that's been designated a terrorist organization by the United States and then taken off the list, then put back on the list. Biden took them off the list, and then Trump put them back on. But what the Houthis are doing is they're doing a blockade of the Red Sea and the Suez Canal, the biggest like trading route that goes through this part of the world. Now, America doesn't have that much trade that goes through this part of the world. It's like 3%, according to JD Vance. When they were first starting to talk about bombing Yemen, and JD Vance was like, hey, why are we going to bomb them? Like, it's mainly like European ships going through here. That's like hurting Trump's isolationist message, being like, oh, we're tariffing Europe, we're trying to hurt them. If we go and start helping the Houthis, then we're like helping Europe. And it's like, bro, you fucking crazy. But, so what the Houthis are doing is any ship that goes through here that tries to make it to over to this part of the world to bring trade, like huge container ships, the Houthis either bomb it or they go and be pirates and they take it over. The Houthis say as long as the genocide of the Palestinian people is going on, they will not allow any trade, a full-on blockade of the Red Sea. The most noble thing that they could do. When there was a ceasefire a couple weeks ago in Israel-Palestine, and Israel like adhered to the ceasefire somewhat, they weren't fully adhering to it. They never let the amount of aid they were supposed to let in, but they were somewhat adhering to the ceasefire, not just relentlessly bombing Palestinians every day. The Houthis stopped their blockade and allowed trade to go through. And then once it was like clear that they were not following the ceasefire, the Houthis started bombing again, or bombing the ships or taking them over. Trump and them decided, hey, at Israel's expense, we're going to start bombing Yemen every day. And we've killed scores of civilians and have really done nothing to stop the Houthis' blockade. Now, there is a deal that was made. We're going to go over this in a little bit once we get to Trump news, where Trump did make a deal with the Houthis that said they're allowed to keep bombing Israel if they want, because in the past couple days, Israel and Yemen have been trading fire back and forth. That's what that whole post was about, that Asmongold was talking about, where the caption said, Houthis, like, prove you can penetrate the Iron Dome or whatever. They shot a rocket into Tel Aviv, and it penetrated the Iron Dome and hit near an airport. So in this deal that Trump made with the Houthis, he was like, oh, you can keep striking Israel if you want, but I guess they're going to start letting more trade go through. I don't fully understand the deal that they made. I don't think it's fully reported yet either. I think people are just reporting that they made a deal. And Trump was like, the Houthis don't want to get bombed anymore. We're going to see that clip. But yeah, Yemen is the literal poorest country in the world. And we've been bombing it every day. There was that one image we saw. Let me see if I can find it just so Lexi knows what we're talking about. Bombing Yemen villagers. Okay, so this is part of the image. Right here. There was this group of villagers. Trump bombed them. Killed them all. But they showed the drone. Actually, oh, you know what? It was on the White House. I can just go to the White House, right? White House. We scroll back like a month, and we'll see it. Oh, if I go to media, I bet. Media. God, again, whoever's in charge of this social media account, they're going to be the first to get the guillotine. Oh my God, we're only at Easter? Holy shit, they're posting a lot. Fuck, where is it? Oh, I feel like I passed it already. Here, let me see if I can find it. White House. Fuck, I can't find the image. Well, anyway, that picture you saw of them all standing in a big circle, the White House released a photo, a drone like a drone angle footage, a drone angle photo, bird's eye view of all of those people, and the White House was like, yeah, we just bombed this group of Houthis. 70 Houthis dead, and they were all just villagers. I'm trying to find the image, though. Why is it not up anymore? Damn, how is it not here? No, I'm not getting any retweets of it. What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh, here it is. Perfect.
نفى مصدر خاص لوكالة الأنباء اليمنية.
Okay, I don't want... I just want pause right there. This is the image that the White House released, bragging about bombing this group of Houthis, and it was just a group of villagers. Poorest people in the world. And this used to be the kind of stuff that whistleblowers had to leak, and then they would get exiled from the country. And the White House is just posting this photo, being like, yep, we killed a bunch of innocent people. Nothing can change the fact that we like it when cops get killed. True. In a video game based. Okay. Bibi Netanyahu getting the Final Destination roller coaster treatment. Let's go. Yeah, just flexing war crimes. Yeah. When they're labeled, try to get them to apologize. They said if you're working class, they won't protect you. When you hear about them, it's in the context of them abusing people, you know, miscarriages of justice. We just don't have a party when cops die. You know, we don't. Yeah. Or sorry, we don't have a party when cops die. You know, we don't. Yeah, throw open the mouth. Yeah. You know, Lexi, the Biden administration did a whole ass genocide for 15 months, and people were still like, vote for them, you know? Which they obviously would have been better. Kamala would have been better than Trump, but holy fuck. But one thing I will say is post-October 7th, 2023, Palestinian sentiment has increased. It's way more people care about the Palestinian plight than they did 5, 6, 7 years ago. And then what else was I gonna say? I had another point. I forgot. Anyway. Let's carry on with the Asmongold clips. What's this clip? Wait, what? Yi helps H with buying his first car?
Back to school, ring the bell, brand new shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends.
Bro!
When we all laughed at the Kanye West song from a week ago, when Hassan reacted and laughed at it, when we all were laughing at it, we were laughing at how fucking absurd it was. Not at how, like, oh my god, this is so funny that Kanye's doing this.
And people think the AI...
Oh,
fuck. This is art? Yeah.
Shoes, walking blues, climb the fence, books and pens.
If he made it into art school.
We are gonna be friends.
Everything's computer.
That we are gonna be friends.
Oh my fucking god.
There was one time that we were playing Dark and Darker with somebody, and they like their kid made a mess, like drew on the carpet or something like that, and Thrasher made a very funny joke about like not suppressing a child's artistic endeavors.
Wow, that's nuts. I would watch a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with Yi.
I declare, thoughts are happening in my head. Nobody can stop me from thinking
so
them.
Funny. Hitler's his stand. Oh God. He'd do a Nazi salute to fucking summon him. What's the stand's name? No. Let's move on.
Gross, dude. Asmongold on the genocide in Gaza. This is what got him banned for 2 weeks.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people. It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as...
It's the same thing Ethan was saying about all Arabs being anti-Semitic. He's like, all Arabs are homophobic. All Muslims are homophobic.
They can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have...
And just never forget, when Hassan had the conversation with Asmongold over this comment, Hassan asked him, hey, what about all those people like like Christian fundamentalists that live in like Alabama that are homophobic? Do you think that they should be genocided? And he said, no, because those are my fucking people.
Have as many bombs and as many weapons.
Now, I say no to that because I feel like the way that you change the minds of those racist fucks is by materially changing the conditions of their life, giving them health care. Now, is that going to fix everybody? No, there's still going to end up being some racist fucks at the end of the day that exist. But the moment you go to a place like Alabama and you start materially changing their lives through policy, laws, a lot of them aren't going to be as racist pieces of shit as they are.
But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing.
In the same way that I don't think every Israeli, like, citizen should be killed in any capacity. Like, when I say Israel shouldn't exist, I mean one state, everybody lives in Palestine peacefully. Not like, oh, Israelis need to fucking die. No.
That's it. Just takes enough. That's right.
Even the biggest Zionist Israeli citizen does not deserve to die.
People are not your allies. They are not the same
IDF,
as us.
that's a different story.
They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
Disgusting. Is this the same one? Oh no, this is the one about trans kids.
You can be groomed for sure. No, and that's a good point, right? Is that like that's why I said as an adult is because like if you're a kid and like you get fed a lot of propaganda and like messaging, like I feel like every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with a mental illness.
And call him the F slur, yeah.
That's what I believe. And so, like, I really, and this, you got a kid.
That's the same thing as like what I always say about people like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro talking about masculinity, and same Asmongold talking about masculinity in video games. It's like, dog, put you next to Hassan. It's so clear that gender is on a spectrum. Okay, you're not the masculine guy that you're portraying or trying to portray to your audience.
It's like 17, right? I mean, it's a little bit more, you know, it's like not really as definitive. But like if you have a kid that's like pre-puberty and they're trans, your parents have a mental illness.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Hassan's the one that needs to be banned, right? Saying a whole group of people need to be genocided because of their values, or that trans youth have mentally ill parents. Yeah, Ghost shirt. I know. I saw him wearing a Misfits shirt the other day, too. I was like, oh, get that shit off, dog. Even though I bet Glenn Danzig is on his side of things nowadays. But still, I'm like, fuck you, dude. This music's not for you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hey, so yeah, wears band shirt that supports queer fans. Yeah, yeah. I don't know Ghost too much about him. I had a friend show me him once, so I wasn't really into it, but I did. That's cool. I didn't know that about him, that they were openly allies. But yeah, Hassan's obviously the one that needs to be banned, right? Oh, here's another thing he had to say. Real quick, but going back, I remember what I wanted to say about the Houthis. It's just the typical Norm Finkelstein quote for anybody that's never heard it. If genocide is the crime of crimes, the Houthis are the heroes of heroes. Like I said, they're the only people other than Hezbollah in Lebanon trying to stick up for the Palestinian people. So yeah, that's I myself express support for the Houthis. Am I expressing material support? No, that would require me actually giving them material goods. You fucking idiot, Asmongold. You don't know what you're talking about. But here's another horrible thing Asmongold said.
One other thing. So like they're doing this thing with like these deportations where they bring in like celebrities to deport people, and it made me wonder, what is the probability that Tom Homan would let me go with him dressed up as Ash Ketchum with watching them do deportations? Like, I feel like it's probably at least 5% chance.
He's listening to Enter Shikari right here. Fuck off, dog.
Right? Like, I think I think we're at a 5 to 10% chance that this could happen. Yeah, exactly. That'd be really good content. It would be. And
again, like everything else he said, I would never fucking invite him to my housewarming party or interact with him as a friend ever again. I would, if he came up to me at a party and was like, yo, let me get a picture with you, I'd be like, get the fuck away from me. I hope there were people like that at that party who he tried to say hi to who just ignored him. I hope that happened. I don't think so, though.
Yeah, probably not gonna happen, though, but it would be fucking funny. For the love of God, you must try. Yeah, it'd be fucking hilarious. And, yeah.
But I think a lot of those people, NMP, SFAN, Emaru, they're all the type of people that care more about going against what LSF says or chatters say than actually, like standing on what's right. Because what's right to them is, like, the opposite of what the chatters are saying or what Reddit is saying to them. They're not serious people that care about anything. All they care about is, oh, what is Reddit saying? I'm the opposite.
Statement about not voting to disadvantage yourself is really blowing up on X with strong support. Well, of course it is. Of course, it's just a logical perspective to have. Now, there's a bunch of emotionally unstable retards on the internet that like to distort reality. But no, of course, I'm not going to vote for somebody who's going to say that someone else is going to have a privilege that I can't have. Why the fuck would I ever do that? That's the most retarded thing. Of course, I'm not going to vote for somebody who's going to say that someone else is going to have a privilege that I can't have.
What privilege do they have that you don't? What?
Why the fuck would I ever do that?
What, the privilege of, like, paying into the system of taxes that they don't get to benefit from, pull from it all? Like, what are we talking about?
The most retarded thing you can imagine. So, no, of course, that's, like, I mean, why don't I just vote to have somebody shoot me? Like, what is this?
Is he friends with Ethan? I don't think they're, like, open friends, but they support each other. They constantly react to it. They're each other's clips about Hassan, and they're like, based, dude, based. Be careful. We're in the Trump era. You know, I firmly, like, stand by what Hassan says. Like, I think it would be super self-centered and egotistical to be like, I need to be careful. They're going to come after me for saying what I want to say. But you never know where things could go in the next couple months, couple years. But I will never stop saying what I believe in, even if that, like, were to result in me getting thrown in a fucking torture prison. Like, I'm gonna say what I believe until that happens. I will not compromise. I haven't up to this point, and I won't start. Pink, you really got to be careful. I know you're saying like Sims 4 multiplayer mod, but you really got to be careful because not only are you going to get yourself in trouble, you could get me in trouble by saying stuff. Like, we got to be careful about, I've said this multiple times, we have to stop expressing like violence and like pretending like it's a joke, because even if it is a joke, Twitch staff might not see it as a joke and I'm going to get in trouble for unmoderated chat. So we got to be careful. There's a reason why nowadays I do the see. Yeah, I'm gonna start deleting comments that are too overtly violent, because it's gonna get us clapped. As chat is getting bigger, we can't risk it. Get creative with it. Get creative. Just saying, in this video game, that ain't it anymore. Okay, we looked at this one. So that was what Asmongold had to say. Obviously, Hassan's the one that should be banned, right? After saying that Palestinians should be genocided because they're inferior, he wanted to help deport immigrants with Thomas Homan, or that parents of trans youth are mentally ill. Hassan's the one that needs to be banned because he's expressing not material support, just expressing support for a group that is deemed a terrorist organization. Who's doing the morally righteous thing? But now we get to the second part of the story. Tectone. Tectone sees what's going on. He's like, damn, Asmongold's farming these Hassan views, this Hassan hate. Let me get back on the bandwagon. Things aren't looking so good for me. Just the other day, he made a clip where he was like, I'm going to get banned from Twitch. Actually, we have to watch that clip first. Tectone banned from Twitch in a month. No, that's not it either. Okay, I bet if I just go to his page, it'll be there. Here, let's see. Let's go here. And then media. Oh God, I'm scared to see what he's posted. Wait, this is not it. Okay. Maybe. Does he have another YouTube or Twitter page? Okay, no, some new clips about this have hit the timeline. You know, I forgot about this one clip of him talking about how Twitch is gonna permaban him in a month. It's over for him. I might be going back too far. Yeah, all right, let me try to find it. No, see, these are all super old clips. Oh, here. Perfect. Thank you, Drama Alert.
Another ban? Nah, well. I've been told by an insider that I will be permanently banned from Twitch within the month.
He was just trying to farm engagement. I don't think that he actually had anybody telling him this.
Yep. I was told that. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Really? I have been told within this month I will be permanently banned off of Twitch. Why though? I have no idea.
No idea.
But we'll see. We will see. I have no
So this is him trying to cling on to any like sense of relevancy right now.
idea.
His chat
and
is
if
the
we
wildest
do,
hug
I'll be
box.
streaming on YouTube every day. Yep. I'll be streaming on YouTube every day. Not worried about it, man. Not worried about it.
Yeah, I haven't even looked, but they're just
How
stance
trustworthy
bathing
is
this
this
balding
insider?
sex pest.
Pretty damn trustworthy. But we'll see.
Oh, no,
So I've
Lexi, you're gonna
officially
get West
started
Nile
counting down.
virus!
I've been told 31 days and I'll be permanently banned. We will see.
Wait,
So I
is this
guess keep it
remastered? Remastered
Yeah.
music?
But yeah, Hassan and his friends start shooting back at you. I mean, who cares? Yeah, who cares?
So yeah, he's trying to cling on to relevancy by saying, I'm getting banned. It's the same thing like Sneeko and them do, where they like start making a bunch of videos like, Twitch is gonna unban me, or am I gonna get unbanned on Twitch? It's the same thing. They're just trying to cling to relevancy. But it wasn't working. This wasn't working for him. So he had to come after Hassan. This is fucking hilarious, by the way. I'm genuinely considering full swapping to YouTube if this terrorist propaganda isn't punished harshly and immediately on Twitch. My father, my brothers, and our soldiers did not bleed, sacrifice, and die for this bullshit to be allowed and promoted on Twitch. This needs to change immediately. So your family joined the service so you could sit in your room and play gacha Genshin games? Talk about how much you like lolly? And you think this is out here like a brag? You think you're bragging right now? That they went in service and you sit in your room playing video games? I don't think this is the own that you think it is, Tectone. This needs to change immediately. And then he links a video of Hassan. Great video covering all the bullshit. It's worse than you think. Subscribe if you got a sec. Appreciate y'all. Oh, I wonder why. Oh, please subscribe. I'm moving to YouTube. Please subscribe. Please go watch my video about Hassan, everybody, please, right now. But I think, I think Felix Biederman had the best response to Tectone. Pretty much what I said, but he said it better. All right, pal. I don't think you get to reveal that you let your entire family sign up and went, have fun, suckers. I'm going to become a Me Too'd Genshin streamer and get self-righteous about it. As if you couldn't play freemium games and get accused of heinous acts in the service. Fucking pussy. Again, it's not the own that he thinks it is. And then what did Ryan Grimm have to say? My father, brothers, and soldiers fought to be able to censor speech I don't like is an interesting new twist on how that line usually goes. Yeah. They fought to censor the speech of Hassan. But he didn't mention Hassan in this first clip, right? He didn't mention Hassan at all. It was in the second clip where he linked Hassan, but this first tweet, he didn't mention Hassan. And then goes on to say this. He then made another tweet where he said, I'm genuinely considering... Oh, wait, no. Where's the part? Oh, the post isn't available anymore. He deleted it. Oh, he deleted it. What a bitch. Wait, is it still here? Oh, no, he didn't. Okay. So Tectone. So originally Hassan retweeted what Tectone said, and he didn't actually retweet him. He screenshotted it and then retweeted it. That's the way that you don't actually give them the clout. Not retweeting their actually tweet, just screenshotting it and then posting it. But Hassan wrote back, oh no, what will anyone do if the bald pervert leaves the Twitch platform for good? When we all saw this, that he was swapping, we were all like, oh shit, let's go. Do it. Please leave. Please go. Get out of here. But then Tectone responds, why did you assume this was about you, buddy? Is it because you know you're pushing terrorist propaganda, which is directly against TOS? Kind of weird, big guy. Maybe because right underneath the post, you tagged a video of you talking about Hassan? Maybe that's why? But even, like, Hassan responding wasn't even, Hassan being like, this is about me. Hassan was just expressing the sentiment that, oh no, we're all stoked that you're leaving. None of us care. Hassan wasn't like, why'd you make a post about me? Hassan didn't even insinuate that the post was about him. He just said, what did he say again? Where'd it go? Where'd the Hassan tweet go? Oh yeah, this one. Oh no, what will anyone do if the bald pervert leaves the Twitch platform for good? Literally nothing about Hassan's tweet is saying, hey, why are you talking about me in your tweet? Hassan was just like, yo, we're stoked you're leaving. And then Tectone was like, oh, you assumed this is about you, huh? Well, it wasn't. Meanwhile, he posted the video of Hassan underneath the original post. Okay, got it. Really coming from a place of good faith, Tectone. You really care. You really care about this stuff. But okay, this is only the beginning, guys. We haven't even scratched the surface of what was revealed from this. Okay? Tectone comes out here, talks about his father, his brothers, all of the past people in his family who were service members. And then we learn his father was cashiered out of the military for being a sex criminal toward his subordinates.
Today, I would like to tell the story of one of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan.
His crimes were so fucking bad that the United States State Department recognized it, punished him, and it got put in the congressional records. They made a law about it.
Afghanistan.
What did he think was going to happen? What did Tectone think was going to happen when he brought up his dad?
Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having
14!
Pornography on his government.
And the fact that they're even talking about it says that it is like just such a like a sentiment that it is like so serious what he did. He actually did some like rape. He did some horrible shit. They made a law about it.
Computer, sexually harassing 3 women.
For Congress to get on TV and talk about it? Like, he did some fucked up shit. Usually they try to sweep this stuff under the rug and not make it public.
And assaulting 5 women. 8 women that served under at Camp. Today, I would like to tell the story of one of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government computer, sexually harassing 3 women, and assaulting 5 women.
He sexually assaulted 5 women.
8 women that served under his command testified at great cost to their careers and their privacy. Colonel Robertson routinely touched them without permission on their breasts, thighs, and buttocks, and encouraged them to look at pornography computer. Some testified the harassment occurred daily. Sadly, the military careers of these 8 women who bravely did the right thing are almost assuredly.
The apple does not fall far from the tree. Just a couple months ago, Tectone, his ex-girlfriend, came out with abuse allegations. Okay?
Destroyed. A major who filed a claim against Robertson said, quote, "I don't know if my career was in jeopardy for doing the right thing. Who in the Corps who supported you is going to trust you in the future," unquote. Despite repeated warnings, Colonel Robertson also emailed pornography to friends and female subordinates. A lieutenant colonel who was the chief nurse under Robertson's command said his command style split the staff and created a toxic environment. What makes the defense's answer to all these actions? That all of these jokes and the touching were attempts to boost morale. How much more outrageous must the excuse become before we do something about it. So what is the punishment for someone in the military convicted of 14 counts of assaulting and harassing his subordinates who was assigned to protect? Is he sent to prison for being a predator? Is he stripped of his standing in the military? Oh, no. Colonel Robertson was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine over 3 months and spent 3 months in prison. Colonel Robertson will retire from the Army when he finishes his sentence. His conviction won't affect his Army retirement or his federal health insurance. And he will not be required to register
Paid leave.
as
Paid
a
leave.
sex offender.
He didn't have to register as a sex offender?
Not be required to register as a sex offender.
Oh my God, dude. And again, for this to go into the congressional records, it's way worse than what they're saying he did. Holy fuck, man. Military rape speech. Is this the same thing we just watched?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise again today to draw attention.
Bro, for it to get in the congressional record, he did like horrible shit.
To the epidemic in our military of rape and sexual assault. 19,000 women and men each year are raped or sexually assaulted in the military.
Jumped into the ocean.
Shockingly, almost 1/3 of female veterans
some
of
crumpets
all
on the side of me
generations
bottle of water.
say they
Mate,
have been
in it, bruv.
sexually assaulted or raped while in the military. And more than 70% say they experience sexual harassment while serving. In 2008, the Department of Veterans Affairs reported a total of 48,106 female veterans and 43,693 male veterans screened positively for military sexual trauma. The prosecution rate of sexual assault is alarmingly low.
Yeah. And
Only
you know,
8% of
I remember I was in, I think like 11th grade. I was in government, and there was this, I had like the cool government teacher, the leftist guy. And there was this lady down the hall who nobody really knew like what her political ideology was, what her beliefs were. And I forget if she was I think she was the history teacher, not government. But it was around the time when a lot of sexual assault started being reported in the military, in the Army. And she posed the question to her chat, and I wasn't even in her class. She said this, and it spread around school so fucking quick. She was like, you know, with the implementation of women into the military, it's just going to result in women getting sexually assaulted. It's like the men can't help themselves.
Sexual assailants were referred to courts martials or military court, compared with 40% of similar offenders in the civilian system. This travesty is not being addressed, and I will continue to speak out on this floor until it does. Survivors can email me at stopmilitaryrape@mail.house.gov if they would like to speak out. Today, I would like to tell the story of one of the 8% that were prosecuted. The story of Colonel Michael Robertson, who commanded Fort Bliss's 31st Combat Support Hospital at Camp Dwyer, a military base and airfield in the Helmand River Valley in Afghanistan. Last week, Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including having pornography on his government
Okay, we
computer.
heard this
Women
part already.
who bravely did the right thing are almost assuredly destroyed. A major who filed a claim against Robertson said, quote, "I don't know if my career was in jeopardy for doing the right thing. Who in the Corps who supported you is going to trust you in the future," unquote. Despite repeated
you speak the truth about your sexual assault and other men in the Corps and not going to trust you, you know?
warnings, Colonel Robertson also
You're a traitor.
emailed pornography to friends and female
That's treason.
subordinates. A lieutenant colonel who was the chief nurse under Robertson's command said his command style split the staff and created a toxic environment. What makes the defense's answer to all these actions? That all of these jokes and the touching were attempts to boost morale. How much more outrageous must the excuse become before we do something about it? So what is the punishment for someone in the military convicted of 14 counts of assaulting and harassing his subordinates who was assigned to protect? Is he sent to prison for being a predator? Is he stripped of his standing in the military? Oh, no. Colonel Robertson was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine
Okay,
over
we
his
heard all
retirement.
this already.
Figure out that's
Oh yeah, I think we heard that part, the rest of it. What did Tectone think was gonna happen? What did he think was gonna happen? Him coming out with this. His revolting actions inspired this bill. Spire bill would protect military rape victims. Women in the military are more likely to be raped by a service member than killed by the enemy, a disturbing fact reported by Representative Jackie Spire, D. Hillsborough, earlier this year. What's worse is that the military justice system protects the rapist at the expense of the victim. Justice and our military readiness. That must change. Did the bill get passed? I don't know if it ended up getting passed. What was it called? Spire bill, I think. Hold on. Spire bill. Okay, whatever. Finding if it got passed or not, I don't know. Did pass. Oh, it was. It was passed and enacted into law. Okay. I Am Vanessa Gillian Act, I think is what it was called. I don't see that written down here anywhere. When was this article from? 2011, dude. Woo! Tectone. Skeletons in the closet, dog. You could have just stayed quiet. You didn't need to reveal any of this. Didn't need to reveal any of it, dog. And then, yeah, what Felix said, the best. Twitch streamer Tectone's father has been revealed to be Colonel Michael Robertson of Fort Bliss, Texas. Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges, including sexually harassing 3 women and assaulting 5 women. He was sentenced to 3 months in prison. He looks like a sex pest. He looks like Skeletor. Colonel Robertson was convicted by a military judge of 14 charges. Okay, we know that. Here they are. They started doing streams together like 6 months ago. Oops. We love rape. Not 100% sure. Okay, no, it is 100% sure. We know for a fact. Colonel Robertson was ordered to pay a $30,000 fine over 3 months and spent 3 months in prison, forced to retire from the Army when he finished the sentence. Robertson was not required to register as a sex offender. What the fuck is that?
would like to tell the story.
Oh my god, that scared me. Okay, we looked at that. So then, it gets revealed that his father's a sex pest. Hassan reacts to it, doesn't reveal it. Hassan wasn't the person that revealed it, okay? I'm pretty sure Bad Empanada and this Jake Chinatown guy are the people that exposed it and reported on it. Hassan was just covering it. Hassan didn't find this out and reveal it to everybody for the first time. He was just like, hey, what was the Ottoman?
I think it's pretty crazy. Oh, here's the, I think this was what I saw. Yeah, this is what I saw on the timeline. biggest photo you see is of Colonel Michael Robertson.
Oh yeah, you know, Pink,
He was
what you
convicted
said
of
is so
14
bad,
counts
whatever
of
it is, I don't
sexual
know,
assault.
that it's not even an auto mod. Twitch just deleted it. It's not even showing up as an auto mod that I can approve or deny. Yeah, I don't even see anything to approve or deny. That means Twitch just straight up said that's not allowed on this platform. But yeah, here, what does Hassan have to say?
I think it's pretty crazy. Oh, here's the. I think this was what I saw. Yeah, this is what I saw on the timeline.
The biggest photo you see is of Colonel Michael Robertson. He was convicted of 14 accounts of sexual assault. He only served 90 days in jail and paid a $30,000 fine.
Bro, that is the craziest. I mean, it's not even a milkshake duck style situation because it's like for a milkshake duck to occur, like this needs to be a beloved figure and not a bald rapist
Base
himself,
Carlo.
right?
Fuck transphobes. They're insecure cowards.
But what was hilarious about this?
Fuck America.
What was hilarious
yeah, for
about
turning
the
the whole
situation
world
is
fascist.
like,
yeah.
I didn't know anything about his dad. You know?
Nope. None of us
Literally,
did.
where is this reference? You posted, come in with receipts posted, bro. So where did this reference happen? Do you think this person will change their perspective about this guy? Hokai Impact third, gotta be the best game. Australia motherfucker. Yeah, like what? Why would you invite people looking for this information? It's so crazy. Okay, I investigated by myself, and there's a person with the same name, rank, and similar age to Tectone's dad, and he was indeed found guilty of 14 counts of sexual harassment. It definitely wasn't his dad. His dad served in the late 80s, the early 90s. Anything after that, he probably wasn't active and was a reserve. Plus, I know people like Casey, blah, blah, blah. He literally references his dad as Iron Mike, which was also the nickname explicitly referenced in the trial of Michael Robertson. It's pretty obviously his father-in-law. It's not a surprise considering the history of sexual abuse that runs in the family. Like, this man has, I guess, epigenetic memories of rape. He had to do it, you know? He just couldn't.
He's just in there.
He couldn't stop himself.
Couldn't resist. It's in his DNA.
It's just like, it's a familial obligation over here. He literally says, should we call you Colonel in the podcast? Colonel Michael Robertson, Lamau. In the video, he literally said he served in Vietnam. The same Colonel Michael Robertson in the assault trial who served, guess where? Vietnam, Lem Phao.
He had him on the podcast. Emery was there.
I think it's Tectone. Your father was a literal terrorist. Asmon's father was a Vietnam invader. Both of you don't have the right to call anyone
Oh, that's right about Asmon's father.
terrorist. Okay, listen. Asmon dad is good in my book.
Okay, no. It depends. Was he drafted or did he sign up? Was he drafted or did he sign up? That's the important question there. But I do remember that one clip of Asmongold saying he told his dad he wanted to be a cop, and his dad was like, no, you're not going to become a cop. We're not them. We're of a different class than them, okay? They're evil. You're not a class traitor. That's what he told him.
Okay, he is a liberal.
And he watches Hassan. How much he still watches Hassan? Not so sure. Not too sure on that. Saying you're gonna get banned should fall under the fuck around and find out rules and just happen if you talk about it. But yeah, okay, so Hassan started to react to the commotion that was going on in the internet around Tectone's dad, and then this clip happened, and then Tectone said, bro's going after my 75-year-old cancer-ridden dad because of an alleged sexual assault claim from 17 years ago when I was 15 years old to try to paint me as a rapist. This guy's fucking psychotic. He must be upset because his best friend's on trial right now. Wait, what? Who's on trial? Who's on trial? Who's his best friend that's on trial? What's he talking about? Is Will Neff on trial? I don't know what he's talking about unless there's something I'm forgetting. Austin show? Yeah, I don't know. see. Okay, that's that. Oops. But it's like, does your dad having cancer absolve him of being a fucking sex pest? Not at all. Not in any capacity. You're just using like something. It's like it's the Walter White effect. It's like, oh no, he has cancer. We instantly feel bad for him, no matter how much of a piece of shit he is. We just feel bad for him because he has cancer. No, he's a psychotic piece of shit. Tectone openly weeps, blames Hassan for noticing his father's rampant sexual assaults were exposed instead of taking accountability for platforming someone he knew to be a predator. Oh, here, before, this is important. Tectone brags about his family's history of sexual assault 2 months ago, challenges people to tell him more.
Wait, tell me more, man. You could do it. Your father went to jail for the same rape shit. Oh, really? Wait, tell me more, man. Tell me more. What else?
He thinks the secret is so safe, but he's like, wait, how do you know? Tell me everything you know so I know where we're at when it comes to this.
Who'd my dad rape? Oh, by the way, Genesis Santos, I deal with people like this on a daily basis, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
Oh, I can imagine.
I feel bad for the cancer that has to live in his body, I know. Poor cancer.
5 women in the military accuse your father of rape.
Yeah, just farming sympathy
Really?
points and trying to excuse what he did. It's like, oh, no, feel bad for me, he has cancer.
That's crazy. You think so? What else?
He's so annoying.
You want to talk about my dead granddad too? That's the part where we usually go. We usually go from the dad and then we bring up the dead grandfather. Do we want to talk about my grandfather too or no?
In this moment, he was like, oh, fuck, they know. He's like, they know. How much do you know? Tell me how much you know right now, please. What do you say more? What else do you know?
That's why he went to jail discussing Bill. Really, man? That's interesting. How do you know so much?
How do you know so much? Tell me everything
How are you
know.
so all-knowing, man?
Please, tell me everything you know.
Tell me,
so I know how to run defense.
More things that I don't know.
That I don't know, he says. Okay. So, what was the result? What was the result of his father being exposed for the sex pest that he is, proving that the apple does not fall far from the tree?
I don't really know how to feel about it. I obviously feel awful.
Oh, true. His grandpa did something too.
And so I suppose.
So I suppose.
Due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan.
By Hassan. Hassan didn't. In the fact that he even said resurfaced. It's like he knew. He already knew for sure. He's going to try to pretend that he didn't know, but he knew. It's like, why did my dad go to jail for 3 months when I was a kid? I don't know, you know?
I suppose.
But it's always just trying to frame it around Hassan. Like, Hassan did this. Hassan did this. No, other people brought it up. Okay? Other people talked about it, and then Hassan covered it.
Suppose I will no longer be interacting
going to
with
bed
my
after
father
learning about Tectone's
in any way,
situation?
shape, or form.
Bedge. Are you actually going to sleep, Garlo?
On my stream.
What up, Chad?
Or my content.
Here, let me go back.
Due to this all being resurfaced by Hassan,
yeah.
I suppose I will no longer be interacting with my father.
Oh! Boo! Hassan killed his dad. He's fatherless now.
In any way, shape, or form. On my stream.
Literally
Or
just like brought his dad on the stream 6 months ago. trying to make him a part of his life or something, and then Hassan kills him. Get fucked.
Dead.
Hassan killed your dad, dog. You're fatherless now. Fatherless activities incoming. As if he wasn't already doing that.
The past 24 hours.
Man, why did Hassan
have
make
been
my dad
very
do
shocking.
these things? Yeah, it's someone else's fault that my dad raped these women in the military. And they made a fucking law about it. That's insane. Bro, I would never talk to my dad again. Dude, oh my God. My grandpa, my mom's dad, he was a woman abuser. And I didn't give a fuck about him my entire life. The moment I was told that guy abused women, like had beat my grandma at one point, I was like, I don't care about that guy. I hope the worst happens to him. That's how I would be if I found out my dad was a sex pest, sexual assaulter, abuser. I wouldn't be out here like,
really
oh my
know.
God, Hassan made it to where I can't talk to my dad anymore. Exposed him. It's Hassan's fault.
I don't really know how to feel about it. I obviously.
Oh, Garlo, I'm not sacrificing anything. I love streaming at this time. I wouldn't want to stream in the afternoon. There's some part of me that does, just so I could like react to news as it's happening like Hassan does, but I like DGen nighttime streams. I always have. I would like to start like 3 hours earlier. That's always been on the goal list, but we'll see.
How to feel about it? I obviously
yeah, throw the ball to yourself,
feel
dummy.
awful.
But yeah, any idea that he didn't know is disproven in that last clip we watched. Where he's
So
like,
I-
oh yeah, what else do you know? What else do you know? He knew.
Suppose
Should have never done it. Yep. And again, Judge Hassan by his
I
enemies.
suppose
All a bunch of sexual assaulters, sex
due
pests.
to this all being resurfaced by Hassan,
Same thing, Judge Frogan by our enemies.
I suppose I will no longer be interacting with my father in any way, shape, or form on my
Physical
stream.
feed. Oh, well, you know, I sleep during the day. Like, not fully during the day, but I get like 4 to 5 hours of sleep right before I stream.
Or my content. The past
Oh my
24
God,
hours
you guys.
have been
We're 6 hours and 20 minutes into stream. We haven't covered any actual like Trump news stuff. We're gonna have to like rein in music. I'm gonna have to. It'll be like 10 songs max,
Very
and then we
shocking.
move on, and we'll do the rest the next time. That's how it's gonna have to be if I want to get through the stuff I want to get through. Because now tomorrow we're gonna be backed up with news from earlier this week. Bro, I'm gonna try to get through as much of it as I can tonight, but
I don't really know how
It's
to
gonna be
feel
rough.
about it.
oh wait, where was I? Oh, right here. Okay. Yeah, like right here. This is him.
You could
proving.
do it.
He knows.
Your father went to jail for the same rape shit. Oh, really?
He knew.
Wait, tell me more, man. Tell me more.
Rating it, and it has nothing to do with like me not wanting to listen to the music or listen to what you guys are sharing. But like, there's stuff I want to do, and like that was like a fucking 3-hour music segment. Like we can't do that. That's too long. I get bored just sitting there just listening to music. I'm like, I have shit I want to like cover and talk about. I get bored sometimes just sitting there like, okay. And sometimes it's songs I don't like. You know, that does happen. And I try my hardest not to express it too much. I've lost fans in the chat for expressing my discontent for songs shared. But okay, yeah, we saw this. Asmongold calls Tectone's sexual assault allegations a molehill.
A bald rapist himself, it's familial obligation over there. So Hassan is going around and
I think it's pretty crazy. Oh, here. Feel obligation over here. He's a rape. He had to do it, you know? Abuse that runs in the family. Like this man has, I guess, epigenetic memories of rape.
Oops.
He had to do it, you know?
You look so
Honestly,
dumb.
it's just too bad that Tectone's dad wasn't in Hamas, or Hassan would be defending him. That's what's funny about this. If this same exact situation happened, and Tectone's dad was in Hamas, Hassan
doesn't support Hamas because of the alleged sexual assaults that went on October 7th. That didn't happen. There's like absolutely no proof of that. But he supports Hamas because they're a resistance to the genocidal occupation that is Israel. It has nothing to do with them being alleged sex pests like Tectone's father.
to be sitting here defending him and being like, well, you know, it was only this many people, and it's just this credible racism. Oh, you can't really listen to the UN report. Well, you know how the military is, etc. Right? So I just find this to be kind of ironic, is that the moment that like you can have a literal UN report, multiple women come forward and say, we were raped, this is what happened, this is bad, and all of this, and somehow that's not good enough.
Asmongold, it was put in congressional records. They made a law around it. He went to jail for 3 months, paid a $30,000 fine. What we heard he did is probably only the fucking iceberg. The fact that they put it in congressional records. Like, I guarantee it was way worse than what they actually said he did.
But the moment that it's for somebody that Hassan disagrees with, he immediately believes 2 twit-longers with no accusations. I'm talking about...
There's a congressional records video about it, dude.
Tectone, by the way, not his dad. And so you instantly believe this, but... And look at what is the standard evidence here? So you have a mountain versus a molehill.
Okay, dude. What, the molehill that's like in your fucking bedroom that you have in your walls? Like, what are we talking about? What do you know about molehills? And then, is this the one that we saw already of him crying?
And obviously he took some of the aggression out on me. About 2 days before he got sent to jail, I got back from...
Oh, so he knows. He's admitting he knows now.
Soccer practice, which I joined because I wanted to make my dad proud. And I put an empty orange soda can on top of my trash can. And my father threw me to the ground and put a gun against my head. And he said, give me a good reason.
And it's Hassan's fault? It's Hassan's fault.
Reason not to shoot you. And
that's fucking horrible. I'm sorry you had to experience that, but this is not a thing that you use to then justify, like, trying to get Hassan banned, okay? This is like, oh, hey, you know what? Like, I had my father on my stream a couple months ago. I was trying to let him back in my life, but I'd like to talk to you about the abuse that I experienced when I was a kid, you know? That's a normal way to go about talking about this. Not like, oh, fuck, I got exposed for my dad being a sex pest. Let me, like, try to make everyone feel bad for me now. Which I do feel bad for him, like having this had this happen to him.
My brother Mike.
But it's like, it's so bad faith to now bring this up and be like, oh, but no, feel bad for me. This actually, everybody even talking about this is like bringing up my past trauma. Dog, you brought this upon yourself. You brought this upon yourself.
He got me out of that
situation. And now you're trying to use your trauma in a bad faith way to still like take down Hassan. It's disgusting.
And
I haven't seen, this is the first time I saw this clip. I just bookmarked this one.
Once my father got sent to prison.
Yeah, and it's like, again, like, I feel bad for anybody that's experienced abuse like that. That's fucking horrible. His dad is a horrible man. But to use that trauma to try to take down Hassan, bad faith. Piece of shit.
I was just a little bit uncomfortable with my life. And so my brother encouraged me to get as far away from this family as humanly possible.
The things get swept under the rug. Yeah.
Now, obviously, this isn't really
more than enough to tell me about this person. Like I said, I firmly believe that they didn't say everything.
Talk about on stream.
Just because they don't want to they're trying not to make the military army look bad, you know?
However, a really great Twitch streamer is just making me relive my childhood trauma.
Where's the empathy for the other victims of generational
great.
Trauma? And then just because you had generational trauma does not justify you then abusing other people. But still, like, that's fucking horrible. If that actually happened to him, I'm sorry that you went through that, but you're using it for bad faith reasons to try to assassinate people's characters who you don't like. You're not actually trying to, like, bring light to trauma and abuse to, like, make it better for other people. Or, like, to help yourself, like, deal with it, cope with it, you know? Get over it, accept it, and move on. But me, part of me doesn't even believe this because he had his dad on his stream 6 months ago. If my dad ever did that to me, let alone if I saw him do it to somebody else in the family, never talking to him again, ever, not involved in my life, they will die without being involved in my life. I don't care. There's nothing. It's like, my God, my blood, my family, I need to have this connection. I don't give a fuck. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. I don't want anything to do with you. Ugh, dude. But again, that's horrible.
And obviously,
that's horrible that he experienced that, but he's using it for bad faith reasons, and that's disgusting. Yeah, dumb bald ogre. Yeah, a lot of them don't turn out to be like Tectone. A lot of people choose to, like, I mean, some people don't learn from history and then go and repeat those things, but some people learn the opposite, and they are the exact opposite of that going forward. But again, that's, you know, the conversation is Tectone is using his abuse right there to try to weaponize it against Hasan. Disgusting. Hasmikul drops a good one about Pixar. It didn't have. I don't fucking care. Okay, this is Brace posting. We're gonna get to that next. Actually, I don't think we're gonna get to any serious news today, and we're just gonna talk about funny shit. Fuck. Okay, here. Let's what's this? An update on Tectone's own allegations. Oh, here's his ex-girlfriend, Pinky Chew, or whatever her name is. Yeah, Pink Chew. Here's an update, since I'm seeing a lot of people post misinformation about me right now. Yes, I'm still working with the police, and it's a slow process. Yes, there's another girl who had allegations, and there were a lot of large CCs involved, but they are still silent. I'm considering coming out with everything, but seeing what has already happened, I'm scared for my safety. That's one reason why women don't come forward with these, the truth of what happened to them. Like we saw on the world stage when Brett Kavanaugh was was going through his Senate confirmation hearing for Supreme Court. The lady that accused him was getting death threats, getting doxxed. That's what happens to these women. And like I know people in my own family who were sexually assaulted who were told by their own family members to keep it quiet out of fear of embarrassing the family. That's why when I was talking about what I talked about last week about Me Too, not just meaning like, oh, women are incapable of lying. No, what it means is we don't reflexively disbelieve women when they come forward with allegations like we always used to. We believe them and we say, all right, let's look into this. Let's investigate this. Let's go through the proper channels. It's not just dismissing it right off the bat. But I hope her truth gets out, you know, and I hope we know what happened. Brain nourishment, get ready, it's coming. Yeah, where's the empathy for other victims of generational trauma, or does only he deserve that? Yeah. That's because he's just weaponizing his trauma just to assassinate someone's character. Tectone claimed that he didn't know any of these allegations before now. Dude, he just admitted in that clip where he said he was abused. He's like, when this stuff resurfaced, he knew. He would say when this stuff surfaced, not resurfaced.
So when I went to senior year in high school, both of my brothers were deployed in Afghanistan, and my father was also in jail. So when I went to senior year in high school, both of my brothers were deployed in Afghanistan, and my father was also in jail.
I wonder why your father was in jail. You didn't ask when you were younger? You didn't know why your father went to jail? I could see parents, like a mom, lying about that, though, at a young age. The father in question was convicted on 14 counts. He was so horrifying that there's something called the Spire Bill introduced after him to protect military rape victims. Guys, remember the last OTK game day that we reacted to? And I specifically pointed out this clip. I was like, damn, Peach Jar's on top. Because I was like, damn, he had all these allegations come out and people are still associating with him. At least Peach Jars did this. And I just like to hope in my heart that maybe at that Emaru housewarming party that her and Seer were cold to Asmongold and didn't give him the time of day. But, you know, I don't know. I'm done putting my faith behind any of these Austin content creators, dude. Just content creators in general, you know. Never again will I buy a content creator shirt. But okay, I think that's about it when it comes to Tectone Asmongold, besides this new Asmongold story, which will kick us off into the Brace posting. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. Asmongold fell through his ceiling the other day. He came from a family of POC killers. Yep. True. Yeah, never Googled his dad's name. Yeah, it's like, come on. Brace for these nuts on your chin. Oh, got him! Shark, that sounds like a good time, not a threat to me. But yeah, Asmongold took the day off to find some dead animals in my attic that smelled bad. And ended up falling through the ceiling. I'm pretty sure I'm living in Sen's fortress. Bro let his mom die in a pile of garbage around him. You know, what we're about to read is something I said 2 years ago when we watched Asmongold. Remember when Texas hath frozen over and power went out in Texas, all the streamers were dying of starvation and hypothermia? He was out in his backyard with a sword cutting wood. And I was like, dude, this guy's life is World of Warcraft. He's doing quests. He's collecting lumber for a quest he has to go turn in. Now we got Brace, okay? Forget a level 40 orc wizard in WoW. That shit is for LGBTs. You've moved on to slaying real life monsters and becoming the politics goat. And becoming the politics goat. Boom! You are Jon Snow in real life. You have my axe, Asmongold. Brace, dude. There is no better poster on this website. And whenever I do my Brace posts, I hope you guys know it's in honor of him, okay? I'm not like trying to like jock his thing he's got going. When I do it, it's literally like I tell you guys I'm Brace posting. I'm inspired by him. There's only so much like seriousness you can do on Twitter, being like, I believe this, I believe that. It's like sometimes everything's just got to be a joke. Oh, here's him talking about his mom and how he almost killed her with cigarettes.
So guilty.
Jesus Christ.
Because I feel like I could be doing so much more.
Stupid
I could be
sexy
doing the
Brace.
right thing. Am I doing the wrong thing? I'll see you guys later. I don't want to be on stream right now.
So I turned off my stream and I went to lay down. I talked to her a little bit. I went to lay down and my room was right next to hers. And
the fact that he even admitted this on stream is insane.
I was laying down,
you're about to hear.
stressed out, etc. And I heard like a really loud crash, and I looked up, and there were a bunch of lights all in her room, and I didn't really hear her saying anything, but I heard this massive crash, the lights going and everything like that. I go in, and turns out that she had been smoking and a little bit too close to her
oxygen tank
machine.
Cigarettes that he supplied her with, by the way.
So there's fire everywhere, and including on her. I had to put all of that out, and the fire was a little oxygen tube was going to the tank, and it was like, it's like in a cartoon, right, where the little fire is going to the bomb. And so I was like, oh my God, immediately turned off the tank. I was able to stop it from exploding.
His mom might have been trying to off herself.
Or anything like that. And I had to put the fire out on the floor. It was just everywhere and on her. And she couldn't even really speak. I think it had obviously knocked the wind out of her because it knocked her out of her chair. And immediately,
to a cartoon is insane.
I
just want to let everybody know what kind of filth he lives in and surrounded his mom with while she was caught on fire.
In the house. I mean, well, I moved them like what cleaned up.
Are these oats?
Way smaller than you thought.
Dude, you're. Is that real?
No, it's
oh,
not.
I thought that was real.
It's not.
Wait, you have soap. Dude, your sink
You want
is
to try it?
crazy. No, this is fine.
Yeah, I usually don't use that one.
Wait. Oh, no, this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, this is. How long those been so right now?
Where's the living room?
Oh,
for like a long time. I wouldn't
This is where I guarantee
Okay.
his mom was sitting when shit caught on fire.
Dude, what about
No
your
way.
spicy ketchup? That's clutch. Oh, the Trix yolk on top of the season.
Girlfriend left. Wasp would get up there and I'd spray him down. Oh, this is a TV. My ex-girlfriend left here. Works totally fine. I just don't know what to do with it. These are pillows that have mold on them, so I threw them out of my room. And
Gross,
that's my
dude.
bathroom. It was actually so bad that I did clean it up. That was the only thing I actually cleaned up before you guys came over here. It was
His mom
actually
almost
that bad.
died because she caught her oxygen tank on fire that she was smoking because she was smoking cigarettes, and the fire was exacerbated because of all the trash that it was piled around her in the house.
So that is cleaned up. This is my other room. This is like my room as a kid. And this is my bedroom. This is generally where I sleep.
Yo, the nest. It's real.
Well, I actually so I'm having a adjustment on YouTube. That's a burn.
Thousands of
Burn it times. Pain in the eye. There's the
hungry you.
Trash or.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, have
Look,
the trays
this
from
is
Taco
this
Bell
right
to
here. Emaru's covering her mouth,
Got the trays from Taco Bell to eat.
covering her nose. I guarantee this is where his mom caught on fire.
I'm already like used to the smell. Well, it smells like old house, I guess. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't smell like trash or rotting anything, honestly.
Yeah, no, I don't have any trash in the house. I mean,
Why did Emaru subject herself to this? Because they're all friends.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I do. Like, I mean, there's
Like I said earlier, these people, they don't care about what's right. They care about going against what LSF comments say about them.
definitely some trash, but
So you say you don't have any
If there's an LSF thread that's like, how could Emaru hang out with these people? They're such pieces of shit. I like Emaru so much, but like, how could she bring herself this low? Emaru's gonna read that and be like, oh, I'm gonna stay friends with them. Fuck these chatters. Like, that's the kind of mentality every single one of these streamers has.
well, what I mean is like not designated trash, right? I
They
mean,
don't actually
you could
care
make the
about
argument like 95% of everything in the house is trash, which Tectone you did. I think that you're right.
Content brand, yeah.
But I'm not trying to actively.
So yeah, that was Asmongold's house, and then I think
so guilty
I think
because I feel like I
Lexi
could be
missed
doing
it
so
right
much
here.
more. I could be doing the right thing. Am I doing the wrong thing? I just, I'll see you guys later. I don't want to be on stream right now. So I turned off my stream and I went to lay down. I talked to her a little bit. I went to lay
there's
down.
a reason why, like, when Bernie is like having a really bad day, I'm like, I'm taking the night off. It's because I'm like not gonna sit here while my dog's like potentially like dying or just throwing up nonstop and pretending like I can come to stream. Like, I'm
and
gonna
my
be there,
room was
take
right
care of my
next to
fucking
hers.
dog, you know?
And I was laying down, just stressed out, etc. And I heard like a really loud crash, and I looked up, and there were a bunch of lights all in her room, and I didn't really
Such a
hear
sweetie.
her saying anything, but I heard this massive crash, the lights going and everything like that. I go in, and turns out that she had been smoking, and a little bit too close to her oxygen machine. So there's fire everywhere, and including on her. I had to put all of that out, and the fire was a little oxygen tube was going to the tank, and it was like,
I guarantee you, for like, if my mom was in that situation, I would not be buying her cigarettes.
it's like in a cartoon, right, where the little fire is going to the bomb. And so I was like, oh my god. Immediately
my mom was on oxygen dying. She would not be, I would not be buying her cigarettes
like that. And
it would put Ethan's Guardia to shame. Yeah.
It was just everywhere and on her, and she couldn't even really speak. I think it had obviously knocked the wind out of her because it knocked her out of her chair. And immediately
yeah, Guardia was created in his house. That's where that virus mutated. That's where it originated.
So guilty because I feel like
and then his he fell through his rotted, dead animal filled basement. He probably stepped on a part of the basement where like all of the blood had just deteriorated the wood and had fucking like wet water blood damage. Bro. Fuck, man. If only when he fell, he like if only. Asmongold is crying about Hassan again. Hassan is retweeting people calling him a mom murdering cockroach. He didn't retweet me. What? He didn't retweet me. Why not? I didn't get retweeted. Me saying pretty obvious Asmongold doesn't understand what material support means since he let his mom die in a pit of garbage he piled around her. Obviously he doesn't know what material support means.
I can read this real quick. Very bad faith and dishonest to make him look like he has the moral high ground to look better. Yeah. And this is really what I'm saying is that I just want everybody to see that, like, and again, Hassan is doing all this. He's retweeting people that are trying to call me a mom murdering cockroach. And he's using Palestinians as a shield for this disgusting behavior. That's what he's doing. He uses causes and he tries to make like, oh, well, why do you care about this? Because like it's the genocide that matters. Well, it's because you care about it. You're the one that's starting it. That's it. And it's like nobody can criticize you because you think that you have some greater agenda that makes you beyond criticism. It's outrageous. It's outrageous. It's disgusting. And yeah, he's using Palestinians like, come on.
No one ever said, or Hassan himself never said he's above criticism.
I'm not
supporting the Houthis is the morally righteous thing, and you are on the high ground.
Gonna even go. I'm not even gonna go there, right? Like I don't even need to go there. It's just disgusting
Playing
behavior,
marbles,
and it's a massive. And meanwhile, Tectone got banned for calling Frogan fat. That's right. And so, and keep this in mind.
It's not specifically because he said that to her, called her, was body shaming her. It's because he was harassing her, which a long time ago came down and was like, hey, even calling somebody stupid could be considered harassment and is bannable. If you're calling somebody stupid and they're like, hey, I don't like that, you're harassing me, and you keep doing it, which is going to ban you for harassment. That was the whole thing when they banned the words like virgin, simp, and incel. It was a complete capitulation to those weirdo fucking incels. But what Twitch was really saying was, hey, just saying the word simp, incel, virgin, that isn't bannable. But if you're out here being like, you're a virgin, you're a virgin, you're a virgin, you're a virgin, they're like, and somebody's like, hey, you're harassing me, stop, they're going to ban you for it.
By the way. So he's retweeting, he's calling Tectone a generational familial obligation to rape.
So underplayed,
You know,
his dad's rape charges, not accusations, charges are a molehill.
Retweeting people that are
like the molehill I found in my attic.
Talking about like, saying that I murdered my mom and I'm a cockroach, right? He's doing all this stuff. Meanwhile, at the same time,
I mean, there's a video of you talking about how you pretty much like caught her on fire. We just watched it.
Tectone gets banned for 2 weeks. That gets reduced. To be fair, for calling Frogan fat.
God, dude. I'm so sick of body shaming shit too. It's just such like low hanging fruit, bottom of the barrel. Not funny. It's just rude and disgusting. I hate that shit so much. Okay, let's look at that's it. That's enough of Asmongold Tectone. We saw what happened. You know. Tectone tried. He tried his hardest to take out Hasan or cling to relevancy, and it just backfired. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna make Hasan look bad. Ooh, didn't play out how you thought it would, dog. Did not end up how you thought it would. I blew up in your face. And now you have to, like, there's clips of you crying about your father who was charged by the United States military for raping people. Okay. Again, like I said, because we spent so much time doing music, I don't think I'm getting to any of this news I wanted to cover today. Trump stuff, like there was a press conference. Mohsen Madwahi updates. Press conference, a couple of like executive order signings. What was the other main thing I wanted to talk about? Oh yeah, stuff that's going on, like Israel and Yemen bombing each other back and forth, and then what's also going on between India and Pakistan. But we'll talk more about the India-Pakistan stuff on Saturday with Bent, or whenever Bent wants to get in the voice chat and explain. Whenever he's got free time. But yeah, we're just going to be doing some like fun stuff the rest of the stream, like we have been all stream. There's not going to be enough time to cover stuff. And I have things to do around 6:30. It's 4:30 right now. So let's carry on with the fun stuff. We'll see what we can get through, and if not, we'll do news at the beginning of stream tomorrow. And again, I love Music Share. I love doing Music Share, but I'm gonna have to rein it in to where like hour tops. Like an hour tops, and then we're moving on to something else. And any music we didn't get to, we'll get to the next time we do music, because 3+ hours of music is too much for me. Just not even because I want to get to other things, but just because I start to get bored. And I'm just like, okay, next song. And when I'm listening to music, I want to enjoy it. Okay. There is no better poster on this website than Brace. If there's any reason to stay on this website, it's because of Brace. Okay? Here's a Grums tweet. Grok claims not to be conscious. There is a scientific belief out there that consciousness simply arises out of complex systems of reasoning. So why does Grok lack it? The other explanation? It lies about it. Oh my god. Then Brace comes in. Try Grok's 18+ mode. Bring yourself to completion every night for a week. Then tell me Grok isn't alive. And tell me she's not a woman. The future is fucking amazing. Elon Musk retweeted this. Okay? I thought I had the tweet right here of him retweeting it. Let's see, just for proof. He probably pinned it, right? All right, let's go back. We'll go back and find it. No, that's not the one of Elon Musk retweeting it. You know what? Maybe he unretweeted it. Yeah, because this is from a while ago. Let's see. Maybe in replies. No, we'll be looking for an hour. Well, anyway. Oh, wait, he changed the name. Wait, where? Oh, wait, is this Elon's? Oh! This is Elon's new name! Oh! It's the Elon's. Okay, I knew I had it. Thank you. I did not realize he changed his name to Groklon Musk. So funny. Well, man, what a funny name. God, he's so funny and so good at everything he does. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. This is Elon Musk retweeting this. And people started like Elon stans like Grums and other people who like Elon's reply guys. They know who Brace is. And they were like, no, what is happening? Our dear leader, no, stop it, please, daddy. And Brace is just like, oh, you little cucks, you don't know what's about to happen. Right here. Somebody saying into replying to Elon, what is this about, question mark? The other courtiers seek to block my ascension to the right hand of the master. They're all so jealous. He's right. He's right, dude. Oh, no. Oh, here. Oh, dude. And this one's so good. This is the Autism Capital Twitter page where they've been talking about how they're not alcoholics anymore. They stopped drinking. And Brace will reply on every single one of their posts, being like, hey, man, nothing wrong with relaxing, knocking back an old drink. Take the load off, you know? Just relax a little bit on a Saturday night. Nothing wrong with relapsing, shit like that. It's hilarious. And then, so Autism Capital replied, what does bring yourself to completion mean? Like, do all of your tasks for the day? Brace, jealous flailings from a discarded court eunuch. Perhaps posting a meme or two more might once again attract the wandering eye of our shared master. Good luck. This shit ain't going on Blue Sky, okay? This is the reason I'm still here. This is the reason I'm still here. And okay, so then Brace responded to Elon. I've been thinking about you every second of every day for many years. 2 members of your amazing family have boosted me in 1 week. Message received. We're gonna change the fucking world. He has had, is it May Musk or Maya Musk, his mom, Elon Musk's mom? He like constantly keeps sending sexual stuff to her on Twitter, like sexual comments on all of her posts. And I think she like retweeted him or something. Or like it liked it or something like that. And so that's why he's saying 2 members of your amazing family. I don't know who the other one is though. It was May or Maya Musk, and then somebody else had like retweeted or liked him, liked his post. Just like Usha supposedly liked that tweet where he was encouraging JD Vance to start taking Percocet. Okay, so that's that. It gets better. It does not stop here, guys. It does not end here. So, in that original post about Grok 18 Plus mode, one of Elon's reply guys said, I don't think anything can truly replace making love to a person you're madly in love with. Explain. Explain. Want me to write you a novel, LOL? JK, I can't on here. If you know, you know. I don't know, and I would do basically anything to actually learn and know from you. This is a trap, Elon, LOL. Seriously, I can't articulate. Just know when you love someone, you know. I haven't felt like that before because of physical problems, but could you describe it to me, please? Here's Grok. Making love to someone you're deeply in love with is an intensely personal and profound experience, often described as a blend of emotional, physical, and spiritual connection. It feels like a unique fusion of vulnerability and strength, where every touch, glance, and moment carries layers of meaning built on trust and intimacy. Physically, it can be electrifying, with a heightened sensitivity and a sense of being completely present. Emotionally, it's like sharing a piece of your soul, safe, cherished, and reciprocated. For many, it's a moment of transcendence, where time fades and you feel fully seen and accepted. I want to hear it from you! my god, dude, it's too much. I can't. My stomach hurts. Of course you do. That's why it's called intimacy, as you only share it with the one you love, no one else. I know, but things are really going bad. I need to know or something worse might happen. There is nobody better at this. There's nobody better at this. Oh yeah, oh my god, you're right, Shark. Okay, I have to do it double now because I did steal his points. Not really. Don't take that up with Brian. I'm gonna get banned. Hold on. Wide people cam. There we go. Wait, with wide people cam. Oh, you know what? I never implemented chat into this scene. Except for that small chat here. You know what? Let me fix that real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Just so we can actually have like a better version. Okay, copy. Wide people cam. Paste. Is it reference or duplicate? I forget. Duplicate. Okay, and then if I turn that on. Now if I just bring it down a little bit. There we go. Perfect! Okay. There we go. Why people cam. So yeah, I know, but things are really going bad. I need to know or something worse might happen. You will be okay, smiley face. This made things a lot worse. Bro, oh my god. And that was it. That was the end of that thread, okay? Next. What else did he get into? Explain. God, so insane, dude. What a legend. Oh my god, this one. Finalized all the details with management for the venture for Adam's X meetup on Labor Day weekend. I now have venue capacity numbers. I'm filming the video tomorrow, and tickets will be available soon. Full video will drop Sunday or Monday. See you soon, Elon. Linda. Let's see. Let's just see the video before we read what Brace said.
All right, guys. Venue is set. I got it all taken care of. I'm filming the video tomorrow for the venue. So, see you guys at the event. All right.
Brace. I'm still coming. Or I'm still coming tomorrow, but having severe mental health issues. Dude, just the schizo posting on another level. On another level. You know, sometimes when I post crazy shit, like when I respond to Christy Gnome and I'm like, you look as beautiful as your dog's face right before you shot it in the face. When I say stuff like that, I do also think, I'm like, damn, dude, there's some baddies that follow me on this platform that they might not get it. And I just do it anyway. You have to have Brace's level of commitment. You can't care what anybody thinks about when you're posting like this. Some people aren't going to get it. They're going to think you're being serious, you know? Satire goes over a lot of people's heads. Goes over a lot of people's heads. What's this one? Oh my god, dude. The John Fetterman hit piece. He responded, at John Fetterman, your pal Adam Jettelson betrayed you. He went to the press and talked about your beautiful wife and bad mental health. Your career is over. And now he gets to thrive? There is a mention in the piece of an item in a biometric safe. His gun? Giselle will understand. Encouraging him to take his gun and go kill Adam Jettelson, dude. Never hurts to have the satire tag. I will never do that. Brace's post would be ridiculous if he put the satire tag there. It wouldn't be funny. It would not be the same. Oh, this was the best. This was the best right here. Okay. So he decided to dip his toes into the Barstool Sports debacle that went on over the weekend. Apparently, at a Barstool Sports bar, an actual bar they own, You know how like people do bottle service and then like the bottle girls will come over with a sign. You put like happy birthday, this person on it, things like that. Well, apparently this sign said fuck the Jews. Dave himself is Jewish. And he was up in arms, and rightfully so, because it was an actual instance of anti-Semitism that went on. These like free college frat kids decided they were going to be anti-Semitic at a Barstool Bart Spore. Now, if you were to ask me what bar is most likely to have the anti-Semitic shit going on, Barstool's bar would probably be the first on my list. Despite it being owned by a Jewish man, I still would be like, oh, that's the first bar. Like, if you were to compare it to any dive bar I've ever been to, you know, I'd be like, oh, it's going to be the Barstool Sports one that has the bigotry and anti-Semitism going on. Duh. I hope you feel like you got your points worth out of that. Why People Cam is done. If you have a problem with it, don't feel like you got your points worth, take it up with Brian. I don't care. What's that, Brian? Twitch is banning me for wasting their points? Deal with it. All right, we'll be fine. Now one more. True, I do have to do one more. You're right. Fuck. Okay, there we go. We're back. But yeah, like I gotta say, rightfully so, Dave's up in arms. It's an actual instance of anti-Semitism. But do you guys remember a couple weeks ago when I pulled up that clip of him at UFC with his yarmulke waving the Israeli flag at the UFC fighter who was like saying like Nazi shit? He was apparently like a huge Trump supporter and also like a Hitler fan. So after he lost and got his ass kicked, Dave Portnoy was out there waving an Israeli flag at him. And I pulled up that clip and I went through the comments with you guys, and it was non-stop anti-Semitism. It's like, dog, you aligned yourself with the anti-Semitism party, with the bigots. Like, what do you expect is gonna happen? They're gonna call you a Jew. Like, what do you think? But once again, it's like he's aligned himself with a bunch of frat dude bros, voted for Trump, hangs out with a bunch of Trump supporters, and he's like, why is everyone being anti-Semitic? I don't understand. What's happening? So let's listen to a little bit of this, and then we'll see what Brace had to say.
All right, real quick update on the Fuck the Jews sign that was at my bar in Philadelphia yesterday. 2 hours ago, he literally could have cooked an egg on my head. That's how much steam and heat I had come out of my ears. And the more I thought about it, it's like these are young fucking morons who did this. They're drunk. It's like, do you really want to ruin somebody's life? And let me be honest. I don't know what's going on in the world. I do, the Middle East, obviously. But I've been doing Barstool for 20 years. I've had more hate.
It is the pizza guy. And the thing with him is that's the only good takes he has. Pizza. If you want to know the good spot to get pizza in your town, look up his reviews. If you're into that like New York slice of pizza. Some people don't like that. That's my type of pizza though. But beyond that, this guy is a piece of shit. He's just a frat dude.
More anti-Semitism
toxic masculine
in the last
frat dude.
year and a half than I've ever had doing it.
But he's talking about an actual instance of anti-Semitism that went on at one of his bars. But the thing is he perpetuates this type of anti-Semitism. Like, he voted for Trump. He hangs out with bigots. So of course they're going to call you a Jew after a while.
Whether people with like Kanye, the UFC.
That whole like Judeo-Christian thing that all the Trump supporters are saying, they're going to drop the Judeo part pretty quickly. And it's going to go to Christian values. This country is based on Christian values, okay? That's what they normally say. But they say Judeo-Christian values now because Israel's on their side, you know?
See, guy, it's like mainstream lunatics. And I'm not talking about politics or what's going on in the Middle East. Just hating groups of people.
Now, some people don't like his pizza. I've heard some people in this chat be like, oh, I hate that kind of pizza. Respect, you know, whatever you're into.
You hate my parents, you hate my grandparents, shit like that. It's crazy. So.
Oh, wait, mine. I thought you meant his. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, my initial reaction was like, I'm going to fucking burn these people to the ground, their families, everything.
What? You're going to burn them to the ground, Dave?
And it's like, you know what? Maybe that's not the best course of action. Maybe I can use this as a teaching moment. And like, before people just are like, fuck the Jews or any group and the hate, let's try to like turn a hideous incident into maybe a learning experience, as cliche and very unlike me. But I talked to both the culprits who I know are super involved in it, talk to the families. I'm sending these kids to Auschwitz. They've agreed to go. That's, of course, the Holocaust concentration camps.
Okay, and I just have to say, the only reason that's funny is because what Brace said, who is Jewish himself, okay? Brace said, "You're sending them to Auschwitz? Have we learned nothing?" Okay, carry
on. Been in touch with the Crafts, who run the anti-hate group. We're going to send these kids to Auschwitz, and they're going to do a tour of the concentration camps in Germany, and hopefully learn something, and maybe like...
And he keeps saying Germany. It's in Poland, dog.
Their lives aren't ruined, and they think twice, and more importantly, other people like, see, it's not just like words you're throwing around. So to me, that's a fair outcome of this event.
No, yeah, even Roro was like, "What the fuck does he mean?" No, he means like for an education.
Waitresses.
No, he's not like...
Who worked at our place fired. One of them so dumb, Kelly.
Yes,
the
Dave heard
dumbest
of
human
never
I've
again.
Ever talked to.
Meant
and
for
I don't know if
everyone.
she thought she was making a political statement, but it was basically her alone. Didn't go to a manager. Kind of forced another girl to do it. She should have said no, but the other girl put up a fight. Those two girls are fired, but more importantly, the people who ordered these signs, they have agreed.
That's the crazy part. Is in the first video, he talks about, I thought this was the first video, but the first one, he talks about how mad he is at the two waitresses. It's like, dog, those are the ones that are they just have a job. Do you know how many, like, fucking acts of abuse that they probably endure, or, like, horrible things that they do or write on those signs that they're just like, I'm just doing my job, you know? Like, I'm gonna get fired if I tell them, no, I don't want to do this. They're the ones that got fired, and the two guys that actually, like, paid to have "fuck the Jews" written on the sign, or he's like, yo, I'm gonna give them a vacation to Germany, Poland, you know? Or I'm gonna take them on a vacation. The two girls, though, fired. So stupid. I hate them.
I'm going to pay for it. We're going to send them to Germany.
Very
to
frat
Auschwitz,
bro-y, you know?
And learn a little bit about
Stick
history.
by your
and
guys.
hopefully, get educated and use this as a teaching moment. Not just for them, but maybe for everybody. So that's where we're at. So for everyone who wants these kids' lives to be ruined, I think you can lay off, and I think this is a fair fucking trade.
Okay, so I want to find the original one, though, where he, like, really hates on the two girls. It's like, everybody should get in trouble for that. But it's like, to get more mad at the two, like, employees than the fucking guys that paid for it to be done, like, that's insane to me. Where's the original one, though? No. I think it's before this. Hold on. I think this is it. No, this is the one we just watched. Oh wait, no, that's my... Okay, wrong page. Okay, no, so that's the next one we're gonna watch. All right, we're getting close. Okay, no, next one. Here we go.
And all of a sudden, my phone, the last hour or two, my phone's fucking blowing up. Our bar in Philadelphia, Barstool Sampson Street, usually a great fucking bar. Bottle service, people buy drinks. You get a sign. There was a sign yesterday that said, "Fuck the Jews." I've been shaking. I've been so fucking mad for the last 2 hours. Like, I instantly...
Understandable to be mad, but also at the same time, dog, you surround yourself with these people. You always have.
This is why the emergency press conference was late, because I was so over the top. It's like, I'm going to fucking make it my life fucking mission to ruin these people. Like, I'm coming to your throat. I'm never ending. And I just
in a Taylor Swift shirt. He's like, I'm shaking with this anti-Semitism while wearing a Taylor Swift shirt. It's just kind of funny.
For the last 2 hours, I have been on the trail.
But again, this is an actual instance of anti-Semitism.
I'm going to put up with this shit at my bar? So I've been hunting down waitresses, the table who did it, and everything you can fucking name. Because I want fucking consequences for fucking actions.
Booney with the
So I'm
5
not
gifted?
just sitting back like, oh, what are you gonna know?
Yo, Booney, right after this video.
Trust
right after
me,
this video, I'm writing your
I
name
have
up on the
been
whiteboard.
On it.
Right after.
I believe the 2 waitresses
whoa,
responsible
5?
at the table already fired. I talked to one of them, one of the dumbest fucking humans I've ever
Here, I just want to get this point out.
in my life. She's at a fucking. I believe the 2 waitresses responsible at the table already fired. I talked.
See, it's like he's like, I'm firing the 2 waitresses who are doing their job. They got like they could have been threatened like, hey, if you don't do this, we're gonna fire you, you know. But the 2 guys, they get a trip to Poland.
To one of them, one of the dumbest fucking humans I've ever talked to in my
no,
life.
Lexi,
She's at a
no.
fucking dance recital. She's like, can I call you back in 20? No fucking honey, you fucking can't. There's your one chance to talk to me.
Another one, Booney.
Total idiot.
Oh!
This girl. I
There we
talked
go.
to the guy Mike.
Wait, I'm confused. I shouldn't have any ads running other than pre-rolls. That's weird. Did anybody else non-sub get hit with an ad? Because I have ads turned off. I think pre-rolls, but
Wade, who's tagged, guess what? He wasn't even fucking there. I had this kid basically in tears.
Here, hold-
turning
once this
state
video's
witness
over-
to me, rolling on the people who were there.
I just wanna get my
I
thought out
talked to
before I
one
forget
of
it.
the 2 guys who fucking did it. He's like, I'm not anti-Semitic. He's basically crying to me. And I'm just like, I don't fucking buy it for a second. Who the fuck would do that sign in my fucking bar? You think I'm just gonna sit here? I'm gonna make
like I don't think that the 2 girls that were doing bottle service were anti-Semitic. I think they were just like doing their job and probably like maybe a little bit of airheads, you know, could be. But it's like the 2 dudes that did the anti-Semitism should be getting the most smoke in this situation.
fucking mission to put you in lights. My fucking mission. Kid's crying. I just hung up on his ass. I go, I'm giving you 1 fucking hour. 1 fucking hour. 2 kids go to Temple. Tell me, how do I make this fucking right before I go fucking ape shit?
Ape shit.
You want to take anti-Semitism
I
classes?
Seth
You
Rogen
want to do
going off.
whatever?
True.
You make it feel right. I don't need your fucking tears.
Try turning ads on and pre-rolls
The Mike
off.
Wade kid
The
wasn't
reason
even
I
fuck-
don't is because I would make like $2 a month on ads, and I felt like it was fucked up to be pushing ads out to people when I'm like not making any money off of it. It's like
Man.
I'd at least, if I was gonna do it and scam, I'd be like, hey guys, you know, I could change my life by turning on ads.
Was in the bar. We got the
That
footage
does
on-
have, there is, you know, that's the thing. There's no, back in the day when we were talking about ads, pre-rolls and all that stuff, there's no definitive data on that. Some people would rather pre-rolls. Some people would rather an ad break every 30 minutes. It's just, it's kind of up in the air.
Fucking bar. Trust
And
me.
I just don't want to be running ads that I'm not getting paid for, really.
They're pulling the footage, they're doing this. I'm 20 steps ahead. I'm using everything. I'm like, I am going to come for your fucking throat unless you give me answers. The 2 girls at the bar, idiots. This one girl, one of the waitresses, I just told her, like, you're the dumbest motherfucker I've ever talked to. 25 years old, going on fucking 2, you fucking dumb fuck.
Ben, no.
What I'm saying is,
It's
I'm
okay,
getting
Ben. We're
the-
kind of done. We're kind of done for the night. We're just doing some random shit.
I'm trying to be a little responsible.
But the last little, I don't know if you heard the last little bit though of Brace posting some of the best shit on Twitter. So if you didn't get that last segment, go back and watch it later. It'll be on YouTube. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Chad. I see both sides to that issue, and I don't know. I just, if I'm running 30-minute ads, I want to fucking make money off of it and not just feel like I'm scamming people for nothing. But Booney, it's time to write your name up on the whiteboard. 6 gift subs. Wait, you know what? Hold on. I gotta fix the whiteboard first. Hold on. I just lost the nail. I lost the nail. I lost the nail. Oh, fuck. The nail's gone. I can't fix it. Okay. guys hear me? Can you guys still hear everything? Can you still hear everything? One's in the chat if we're good. Can you still hear everything? We good? We chilling? Yes? Wait, hold on. Does it sound bad though? Hold on. Hold on. Check. Okay, we're good. Damn, that was crazy. Booney, let's get your name written up on the board now. Holy fuck.
Pedro is my pet raccoon, by the way. You. Oh, raccoon. By the wall. Whoa. Where do I am? Whoa.
Here's your name, Booney. How you feel? Your life has just changed forever. Oh, I can't hang it up. Okay. Yo, Booney, thank you so much for the 6 gift subs, especially the one that went to Lexi. The reason that happened is because earlier today I like shortened my mic cable by wrapping it around my mics, or my headphone cable by wrapping it around my mic stand a couple times, because it would like constantly drag on the floor and my chair would roll over it. I think I did it a little too tight. Okay. That's what happened right there. All right, let's fix this. Get it all in order. Okay. All good, Booney. Thank you so much. Big W. Big dubs. Big ups. Bruh. But everything's good. Like, you guys can hear this.
All right.
Yeah, you guys can. Okay, we're all good. Okay, so we heard this. Mike is great. Thank you. Oh my God, that was crazy. We've had that happen before where I have to reset the whole audio, my whole audio driver. Okay. Oh, wait. This is the new one, right? Is this the new one? Oh, no. Okay, this is the one where he said we're sending him to Auschwitz, and Brace was like, you're sending them to Auschwitz? Have we learned nothing? Okay, we did that. Now, here's the second one. Or this, I think this is the third update.
All right, another update from the sign situation.
I hacked this and nothing goes wrong. Booney, you're the best.
I am so sick of dealing with, but obviously to deal with.
Thank you, everyone, for all the gift subs earlier.
About it,
the biddies.
I'm going to send the 2 people responsible to Poland, to Auschwitz concentration camps, and try to make it a teaching lesson. I talked to both of them on the phone. Both of them took accountability. Both of them were like, yeah, we did this. And we're willing to go and try to learn. Well, then I see a now deleted, I think it was an Instagram or Snapchat story of one of the kids, Mo Khan, the one who posted the video. And he has this long speech, we'll put it in, claiming he was just being a citizen journalist. He was just documenting his college life. He had nothing to do with the sign. Didn't buy it, had nothing to do with it, didn't even know what it was. He's just being a citizen journalist. Quite literally a 180 from when I talked to him. So I called up Mo. He presses record. It's a little message. Hey, this call is being recorded. He's like, I'm with my parents or whatever. I'm like, Mo, what's going on? Like, we need some accountability. You hand up, I did it, I fucked up, I'm stupid. Like, let's try to learn from this. And he's like, well, you know, I had nothing to do with it. I felt pressured into admitting that.
he realized, he's like, oh, fuck, this isn't going to be a fun trip to Germany where I go to Munich and Heidelberg and party it up. Oh, fuck, he's making me go to Poland? No, I'm not going. Never mind.
That I had anything to do with it. This is the kid who uploaded the video laughing and being like, fuck the Jews. The kid who uploaded to Instagram, he's like, well, my name's already out there. I'm like, yeah, hey, asshole, you fucking uploaded this to Instagram. I didn't put your fucking name out there. Other people got it because you uploaded it to Instagram.
Anyway, the rest of it doesn't matter. Brace's response, though. Wait, who is he responding to in this one? Oh, this was the actual picture of the Barstool, the sign that was put up in Barstool Sports. Nightclubs in the USA seem to be turning into Nazi clubs. Yup. Many of my Israeli friends say IDF needs to Bataclan Philadelphia. I disagree 1,000%, but I understand their pain. The best, dude. The only reason to exist on this website anymore is fucking neo-Nazi hellscape. The only reason. Okay. Let's look at a couple other things. I think we'll talk about the Houthi stuff tomorrow. I don't have time today. I don't have time. But this right here. Yeah, their pain. Ow. Oh no, I scraped myself. My microphone stand scraped me a little bit. It hurts. It's right by my Tren de Aragua tattoo. With that, got a cut right there. You can kind of see it right there a little bit. There. Take me to C-Cop, bitch. Actually, I shouldn't say that. It could actually happen. Okay, this was very funny. Reporter, how did you decide to reopen Alcatraz? Trump, I was supposed to be a movie. Okay, let's just listen.
How did you decide to reopen Alcatraz? Can you walk us through that decision?
So for those that don't know, on Monday, Trump was like, oh, we're reopening Alcatraz. There's a reason why.
What?
To reopen Alcatraz, how will you use it? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I guess I was...
Alcatraz was shut down in the 60s. It's been a museum ever since then. Specifically because it was like way too expensive to run. They were losing money. So they're like, oh, this ain't working out anymore. We can't min-max how many people we put in here for the dollar that we make.
Supposed to be a movie maker.
To reopen Alcatraz.
And there were like wild abuses, human rights abuses going on in that prison, things like that.
How will you use it? How did you come up with the idea?
Well, I guess I was supposed to be a movie maker. We started
with
the movie making will end. I mean, it represents something very strong, very powerful in terms of law and order. Our country needs law and order. Alcatraz is, I would say, the ultimate, right? Alcatraz, Sing Sing and Alcatraz.
Sing Sing.
But it's right now a museum, believe it or not. A lot of people go there.
Yeah.
It housed the
you should be,
most violent
exactly,
criminals in the world. And nobody ever escaped. One person almost got there.
Because I watched The Rock with Nicolas Cage in a Banai.
Booney, you're not that far off, okay? Get ready.
They, as you know the story, they found his clothing rather badly ripped up to walls in the world, and nobody ever escaped. One person almost got there, but they, as you know the story, they found his clothing rather badly ripped up, and it was a lot of shark bites, a lot of problems. Nobody's ever escaped from Alcatraz.
Nobody.
It just represented something strong having to do with law and order. We need law and order in this country. And so we're going to look at it. Some of the people up here are going to be working very hard on that. And we had a little conversation. I think it's going to be very interesting. We'll see if we can bring it back in large form, add a lot. But I think it represents something. Right now it's a big hulk that's sitting there rusting and rotting. You look at it, it's sort of you saw that picture that was put out, it's sort of amazing. But it sort of represents something that's both horrible and beautiful.
Strong.
Miserable, weak. It's got a lot of qualities that are interesting. And
strong, miserable, and weak. What?
Miserable, weak.
What the fuck?
It's got amazing. but it sort of represents something that's
Embarrassed,
both
yeah.
horrible and beautiful and strong.
Or
and
was it face off?
miserable, weak? It's got a lot of qualities that are in.
So, as Booney is alluding to, and you may be asking yourself, what made him decide to reopen Alcatraz? Escape from Alcatraz was on TV in Palm Beach 6 hours before the announcement. Can't make this shit up. Trump announced Alcatraz reopening just hours after Escape from Alcatraz aired on South Florida PBS station. During a Sunday evening blitz of social media posts, Donald Trump demanded that one of the most notorious prisons in American history be reopened. Incidentally, the president's sudden push for the tourist destination of Alcatraz to once again become a maximum security prison complex came just hours after a South Florida PBS station aired the 1979 classic film Escape from Alcatraz. The president spent the past week at his Mar-a-Lago resort, which is located in Palm Beach. Yeah, I know, it's funny. He's trying to defund PBS. Now, let's be honest. There's no actual proof that he watched it. Come on, though. Come on. Oh, my wife hasn't talked to me in a year. Well, let's go ahead and flip on the TV. Oh, the movie. Let's watch this. What's this about? Oh, my God. Wait, we have a place like that here? It's based off a real story? Oh, my God. Incidentally, the president's sudden push for the tourist destination. Oh, wait, we saw. Okay, yeah. Rebuild and reopen Alcatraz, Trump blared on Truth Social just before 6 p.m. local time on Sunday. For too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, the dregs of society who will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering. When we were a more serious nation in times past, we did not hesitate to lock up the most dangerous criminals and keep them far, far away from anyone that could harm. According to, okay, anyway, is there anything in here that says, yeah, while it was still a mystery whether the daring escape attempt was successful, Alcatraz could close less than a year later. One of the main reasons for its closure, as critics pointed out after Trump floated the idea of once again making it a prison, was that it costs roughly 3 times more to run it than a standard facility. Due to its location on a small island, all supplies, including fresh water, needed to be brought in by boat. There was a time when lobsters were considered poor people food, and that was the food that they gave to people on Alcatraz, was lobster tails. And then it became rich people food, and that shit went up by the pound. Additionally, experts have noted that it would cost millions of dollars to take years to rebuild the facility and make it modern. It's literally a fucking museum now. They reached out for comment. The White House reached out to speak to the people that run I think one of the news outlets had reached out for comments from the people that run the museum, and they're just like, we run a museum. Like, what? Comment on whether it's going to become a prison again? Like, I run a museum, okay? Like, what? I'm not a prison guard. I don't own a prison. Yeah, he won't find Clint Eastwood. He escaped too. Oh, then yeah. Well, I guess I was supposed to be a movie maker. Trump, who recently announced his intention to implement 100% tariffs on foreign films, declared, adding, I mean, it represents something very strong, very powerful in terms of law and order. Our country needs law and order. Alcatraz is, I would say, the ultimate, right? Alcatraz, Sing Sing. Okay, I'm just reading what he said. Referencing the flee attempt by Morris alongside brothers John and Clarence Anglin, the president said that nobody ever escaped, but one person almost got there. And the president's telling, shark bite. Again, he brings up sharks. Yeah, that was enough Trump for me in movies, I agree. The president has a tendency to react to what he sees on television, most prominently by his virulent cable news viewing habits. So yeah, for anybody, we're not going to watch stuff. I did have some videos on Alcatraz. That sounds fucking boring. I honestly don't even think it's gonna get reopened. I think he literally watched this movie and just was like, hey, we should reopen that place, right? That's a good idea. That sounds like a good idea to me. And everyone was like, sure. Great idea, Mr. President. Okay, Alcatraz. Oh, we missed one brace post to Barry Weiss. Yesterday came and went, and I didn't even realize the Pulitzer Prizes had been awarded. Amazing how quickly things we venerate can lose their shine. Barry, your coverage of... So, there was a Palestinian journalist that was targeted and killed, his whole family, because of Barry Weiss. She's a horrible fucking person. Barry, your coverage of campus anti-Semitism may not have won the Pulitzer or any other prizes, but you have saved thousands of lives. You are Harvard's Schindler? God bless you. Harvard Schindler. Dude. Yeah, Barry Weiss, she's a reporter, I forget who. Editor of the Free Press, has her own podcast. But yeah, she's just she's one of these right-wing political commentators. It's like, no, I'm a centrist. I'm apolitical. I'm not polarized by either side. Meanwhile, she's just this like virulent, barbaric conservative. But you're Harvard Schindler, bro. Wild Brace, the best poster. Okay, yeah, that's stuff about the Houthis. We'll go over that tomorrow. Okay, let's just look at a couple videos of Trump. This is something he said last week that we missed. Trump participates in National Day of Prayer event. And I think this is as the Hasidic Jews are coming up to the stand to stand next to him.
Imams, who I got to know in Michigan. I love them. They were great, by the way. They said, we don't want to die. I said, you want to die? They said, we don't want to die. They said, what about the 38 virgins? They say, that's nonsense. We don't know anything about it. And
bro, he's so racist.
We won the state of Michigan, Speaker, by a tremendous, and we had tremendous support. But we have imams who I got to know in Michigan. I love them. They were great, by the way. They said, we don't want to die. I said, you want to die? They said, we don't want to die. They said, what about the 38 virgins? They say, that's nonsense. We don't know anything about it. And we won the state of Michigan, Speaker, by a tremendous, and we had tremendous support. But we have...
Oh my God, dude. Talking about Muslims brings up virgins. What a weirdo. What a racist piece of shit. There are fundamentalist, like extremist sects of every single religion, okay? Yeah, clan, yeah, stuff, exactly. And then, oh, here's a comment from last week at a college commencement address. He's not looking good. He looks really bad here.
That a lot. But against all odds, I did great in 2016. 2016, how great was that? And then I did much better in 2020.
It's like his face, like he's like pushing his chin inward to make his like neck fat like point out more. He kind of looks like that guy, the dude from Men in Black. The cockroach guy. I need more sugar.
Sorry, the election was rigged. But it was a rigged election. And then in 2024, I made it too big
you're all good.
to
You don't
rig.
ever
I
have to
said,
apologize for
we got to do this
that.
again. We got to do this again.
Yeah, he looks just like that Men in Black video you shared last week, or whenever it was. It was just at a college commencement. It's the best day of some of their lives. They're about to like make that transition into the next part, and he's like, "The 2020 election was rigged. They were against me. I'm letting you all know right now." It's like, bro, give them some words of encouragement, you fuck.
You heard that a lot.
But against all odds,
Didn't even
I
have to
did
take
great
two
in
riffs
2016.
out to suck
2016,
himself.
how great was that? And then I did much better in 2020. Sorry, the election was rigged.
Doesn't want to say
but it
it's
was a
falling
rigged
off.
election. And then in 2024,
The free spirit law kept me awake all night. That's why I am tired in A.
This was right after, Laura had a insane throat goat session on Air Force One. True.
I made it too big to rig. I said, we got to do this again.
Dude, you give them some words of encouragement, you fucking idiot. God. Okay, what else did we have? What is this? Oh, yeah, so this is immigration stuff. We'll go over more of that tomorrow. At the beginning of stream tomorrow, we're going to be doing, like, some heavy news recap from the past 3 days that we didn't get to today.
She is illegally there.
Okay. But what is this about? Oh, okay. This is Ethan Klein, the part of the debate where he called Heel out for being a part of the IDF.
She is illegally there.
Okay.
She is not supposed
And
to
the
be
only
there.
reason, oh my God, he even admitted it. She's a terrorist. Fine, let's move on. The only reason Hassan was bringing this up, not to be like, oh ha, your wife Hila is a terrorist, which I don't mind. I have no problem saying that. But the reason Hassan was doing it to show the inconsistency, the hypocrisy in saying you're like supporting the Houthis, terrorists. It's like, dog, you got one in your house that you live with.
It does not matter. Her and her entire brigade was not supposed to be there. That
I
is
don't
an
think
act
she
of
knew
terror.
what they were
And it's
doing.
In Ramallah, yeah. It's like, no, it's like she was going on like a security detail, you know? They had to go arrest terrorists. It's like, that's not your area to be going into and like arresting people, you know? That's Palestine.
Matter of fact, what
I don't think she knew what they
participated
were doing or where they were going.
What she participated in
I don't think she
is
knew
called
where
a
they
night
were
raid.
going or what they were
What
doing.
she participated in
Okay,
is
she's a
called
terrorist, bro.
night raid.
Please, we got to move on. This is
The
like
reason
just
why,
so...
the reason why the Israeli occupying force, the reason why the
God,
Israeli
dude.
occupying force
People wanna watch
participates in
this.
these night raids in the West
You're making
Bank
this unwatchable.
is
Let's
to create
just-
a constant,
Okay.
Straight up Andrew Tate. Same shit Andrew Tate said to him.
a constant feeling of
Hassan,
terror.
talking more does not make you right. Okay, you got to understand.
The
that.
reason why
Sometimes it does.
the Israeli occupying force
You're repeating yourself.
participates in night raids is to create a constant sense of terror.
We don't-
upon she.
So, okay, that's Hassan explaining it. Ethan's like, she didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know what she was being a part of. Let's see her explain it.
Yeah, I was the secretary of the head of the. There's like a. I don't know the terms in English from the army.
Right.
It's
Who's
hard
that
to translate. So there was a. I was in Dukhifat, which is like a brigade,
Mhm.
I guess, that's in charge of the area of Ramallah, and that brigade has like.
In charge of the area of Ramallah. No, that's Palestine. You're not in charge of that.
a main officer. So I was his secretary.
Okay, so you were right below the big boy.
Mhm.
Cool.
So it was nice. It
Did
was
that come up?
interesting. It was more demanding in a way, but also kind of more rewarding because you're put in this weird situation where you're like, you're away from your house. You have this new group of people that you have to get along with, and it's hard to explain, but for some reason it was more interesting. I enjoyed it more.
You told me once you went on like a mission with them
Mhm.
to like a terrorist city.
Yeah.
That was kind of
terrorist
crazy.
city.
Story.
Yeah, so my officers and like the soldiers in that brigade, they would go every night on a raid.
Right.
In Ramallah
raid.
to arrest terrorists. And
Arrest
So I
terrorists.
always saw them preparing for it and leaving, and then I would stay in the base.
Listen, weed, exactly. And hold on, Lexi, once this video's over.
So one time I wanted to go with them just to experience it.
Why you just were all of a sudden had an urge to go with them?
I just wanted to see what it's like.
Right.
I wanted to see it.
Okay.
So they took him. They
Just asked to go be a part of it.
took me with them one night, even though they weren't supposed to.
Did they armor your ass up?
You're driving in this like jeep that's bulletproof.
Right.
So I was in the jeep, and then as soon as we entered Ramallah, the people in the city started shooting us.
Wow.
And I heard like a bullet hit the jeep like right next to my head.
Did it like dent or just
No,
you
you just hear it.
It's a gnarly armored jeep.
hmm
Okay.
And I mean, it was just interesting.
They were so someone actually was shooting the car when you went in there
Mhm.
right away.
Yeah.
Huh. Did you have a gun on you?
I didn't.
You were not supposed to leave.
No, yeah, not really. But even if I walked with them to one house.
Okay.
I did get out of the car once, but surrounded with them. So
Okay. Did they arrest anyone that night?
They did.
Did they bring it in the same car with you?
The person apparently that they arrested, I heard Hassan saying this the other day, is still disappeared.
Oh,
you
different
go,
car.
there's a few cars going.
Damn, that's crazy. Was it like how did you feel? Was it horrifying?
It was strange. Very, very weird.
True.
House is like house.
Yeah, just casually
I don't
committed
know.
a war
Just-
crime.
You see people in the house, and then it's like the soldiers just walk into the house and
Just walk into their house. Terrorists!
look through their shit and find guns and the whole thing is really surreal.
They just
Really
do they knock or they just like
surreal
kick down
on
a
her
door
part.
and charge in?
I didn't really see that whole. I don't know exactly how that was.
Does it feel like a normal neighborhood, or does it feel like, oh, this is scary?
No, it actually looked like a nice city.
That's strange. Yeah, that's. I mean, from their perspective, well, it's so complicated.
You know,
Yeah, it
I
was
want to
good.
see if I can find that Hassan clip of him talking about what happened to the prisoner. Let me see. And then Lexi, with age comes wisdom. Getting older means you get smarter and also have more physical ailments, though. I remember when I turned 28, it was all downhill for me. Physically. I can't wait to go hype for your birthday, though. Oh, damn. It's not coming up. What? Nothing is coming up when I search this? What? How is nothing coming up when I search Hassan Hila IDF? There we go. But I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. I just saw, like, I was watching Hassan's stream while I was doing other things. I heard him mention it. Yeah, I'm not... Okay, yeah, I can't find any clips on it. There's, like, nothing when I look that up. If anybody else has it, let me know. Just turned 25. I'm so afraid of getting some interest. Getting some interest? What do you mean? Just feel incomplete with my age. What do you incomplete? What does that mean? Incomplete. What up, Fourth? Fourth, this Saturday. This Saturday we'll be doing like a community game at first, and then we're gonna play you and I, just you and I, Drive Beyond Horizon. It's gonna be great. Great time. I cannot wait. And you know, I think I'm gonna go no cam, or I might put on the VTuber. And I think I'm gonna bring my bubbler out here, my e-nail. I think we're gonna get ripped when we play that game. He's literally the definition of dark woke. I'm crying. Let's see what Tim Heidecker had to say about being dark woke.
Saying, I mean, listen. As long as you don't vote for these Republicans who are for these guns. Jeez, Marone. How can you be for any of this anymore?
They're slaves to the lobbyists.
Over and over. There's no other country on the planet.
I know, Mark. I'm a single issue voter now. I'm announcing this publicly. Guns.
Guns.
Repeal the Second Amendment.
I love it.
I can't do it anymore. These rights, Doug, with you with the rights. You're bringing me back to this now.
I never said.
He loves to pretend that Doug is right wing. He's not. He was like a Bernie Sanders. When Tim Heidecker was like, no, I'm Elizabeth Warren, both Doug and Vic were like, bro, what are you doing? Bernie.
Oh. Doug always all for these rights.
Take your guns, kill yourself, and then bury the guns.
That's it.
Based. True.
That's
true.
Doug always all for these rights.
Take your guns, kill yourself, and then bury the guns.
That's it. That's it.
Bam! Got him. Dark woke. He is dark woke. That is literally dark woke. That is it. Oh God. Oh God. It sucks because Dave Blunt's has some really catchy songs, some really catchy melodies. But the moment I heard him say the F slur, I was like, oh, it's over. I don't fuck with him anymore. And now this, Dave Blunt gives his audience the N-word pass? Yeah, transphobic sphere mentioned, yeah.
In my music, I say a lot of words that they tell me I shouldn't say or I can't say. But I want everybody to know, you come to my show, you get a free motherfucking N-word pass.
A sea of white kids.
Now, when there's a song that has the N-word, I want y'all to scream that shit. Will you guys say the N-word with me tonight? Play that shit.
He just wants a sea of a white kid screaming the N-word at him. Wow. Sounds like a great concert.
I know in my music I
wish, oh man, I wish we could have seen it. I want to see them all say it.
words that they tell me I shouldn't say.
Maybe there's, are there clips of it in the comments, maybe? No. Damn. Okay, anyway. You know, we're gonna go over this more a little bit, but remember what I said about Kilmar Drago Garcia's tattoos? About how it's like the most typical tattoos. You could go into a tattoo shop and be like, I want that one from that book right there, or that one that you have up on the wall. A skull, a cross, smiley face, weed. Well, apparently it did mean something. Kilmar had the most normie tattoo of all time, and now he's in a concentration camp as the president falsely accuses him of being a gang member. Someone who was a tattoo artist for 30 years commented on YouTube that he's seen this tattoo many times, and it means smoke weed to get high, love God till you die. Oh, well, you want to know something, actually? Hold on. MS-13. I got a new one for you, Trump. I got a new one incoming. Let's see. Here we go. Let's see here. That's a good size, right? MS-13. Oh! Gang member. Gang member right here. We got another one. Get her name. Get her name. And then wait. Oh. 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 Oh, God. She's a part of MS-14. Even worse. That gang was created in Venezuela, El Salvador, wherever. As we learned that one video, MS-13 is a homegrown American gang from the streets of LA. But look at right there, got him. MS-13, MS-14. There, yeah, I have two tattoos that I picked off a wall, but it was a good friend shot. I'm not hating on picking off tattoos from the wall. I'm just saying, like, that's what these were. From the day one when we saw these tattoos, I was like, these are the most typical ass tattoos you could get at a shop. Gang, gang, gang. That's right. Actually, I do want to save that. But yeah, Abrego Garcia is, and hundreds of other immigrants with no criminal record are currently stuck in a foreign torture camp. I know we can joke about it, but that's the reality of the situation. Okay, we looked at this. We looked at this already. Oh, fuck, we didn't even get through all the fun stuff I wanted to. Yeah, then there's all this stuff about India and Pakistan. All right, let's see if I can get through some of this, like... Actually, no, you know what? We're going to start off talking about the pirate software thing at the beginning of stream, because I don't have all the clips. Last thing we'll talk about tonight is this. Because then, like I said, I got to get out of here at 6. I got things to go do. 5:38. Breaking. Ooh, placeholder. I hope you feel like you got your points worth out of that. But yeah, breaking. The Wall Street Journal reports that Tesla's board is searching for a new CEO to succeed Elon Musk. I think I got some videos on that. I don't really have too much commentary other than I don't know anything about what's going on. We're just going to look at a video. Let's see. I got it in here somewhere. Yeah, right here. Wall Street Journal. Tesla's board began the process to replace Elon Musk.
Tesla board opened search for a CEO to succeed Elon Musk.
X-Board does the same thing. It wouldn't be the first time. So for those that don't know, back in 1999, his company, I forget exactly what it was called, but it was like a PayPal-like company, merged with PayPal, and he became the CEO. After 6 months, the shareholders did a coup to oust him as CEO because the company was going into the ground. And he was determined to turn the name PayPal into X back then. He's been wanting to have a company called X since 1999. Sorry if I said 1990. Since 1999. He's wanted to, and they were all like, that is the dumbest thing we've ever heard. Why would you change the name like PayPal to X? You fucking idiot. The worst guy when it comes to branding. 2 years later, we're all still calling the website Twitter. Anybody that calls it X is weird, you know? And I know you were just saying like the X. I'm not saying you're weird. You're just saying like the X board. But like he's so bad at marketing that we all still call it Twitter.
Tesla's board members started reaching out to several executive search firms, initiating a formal process to replace Musk.
Off his own
My
figure.
source joining
It's
me
true.
tonight is the Wall Street
It's
Journal's
true.
Emily Glazer, who just broke this reporting. And Emily, thanks for joining us on such breaking news. Can you just tell us what
where
happened
was
here
it?
and what the
It was in here
board
somewhere.
of Tesla was thinking?
Absolutely. So Tesla has been going through some
Maybe it was
pain
in
lately.
memes.
It just reported earnings last week and had
Yeah,
profits
right here.
decline about 70%. And our reporting shows that around a month ago, board members were reaching out to executive recruiting firms to start a formal CEO succession search process. This is a formal kind of next chapter. Obviously, companies do succession planning all the time for their next leader, but we know
Oops.
that this
Oh, God
is
damn it.
happening as there was concern from investors about Musk spending too much time in DC, given his government role,
Yeah.
and concern
Look at the
about
point on the roof.
company really struggling
You
lately.
see it right here.
We also know that board members prior to
Okay, anyway.
earnings had an update. They gathered with Elon Musk and they said to him that we really need you to refocus on Tesla and we need you to say it publicly. And he did not push back.
That's pretty remarkable, given we saw him come out and say he'd step away from the Doge effort. And part of your reporting that stood out to me is where you said that some Tesla employees said the first time they had heard from him in months was at an all-hands meeting that they had in March, where you report, if you read the news, he said,
Ooh, I don't
"It
know that
feels like
Family Guy
Armageddon.
skit.
I can't walk past a TV without seeing a Tesla on fire. These are times when there
Twitter
are rocky
X.
moments, a little bit of stormy weather, but I'm here to tell you that the future is bright and exciting. What I'm saying is, quote, hang on to your stock."
Weed, I don't know if you're being serious about like wanting to gain weight at all. I used to be 120 pounds. You're way taller than me, but I was like very skinny. Had a hard time gaining weight. I had to I'd go out to get fast food. I had to start ordering 2 meals at once. Anytime I made meals, it was always 2.
Interesting message.
And then now I'm at
from a
150,
CEO. That
so.
was actually streamed on X. And so our understanding is that Elon Musk
But there's part of me that regrets ever doing that, and I miss my my natural twinkish figure.
does not spend much time at Tesla offices. He has been calling into meetings. He's been joining virtually. And that's something that we know a board member shared with some major investors because they were concerned. And we also, our
Chat
understanding
lounge.
is that one
Oh, you
board
know
member
what?
act-
I'll watch it off screen because Family Guy clips get me clapped.
We now return to Robert Mitchum in Out of Shape, In Shape Guy from the 50s.
Gambling is illegal in this town.
Says who?
Says me.
Yep.
You got a problem with that?
Him, this guy. This is who he's talking about. Right there. Okay. Anyway, like I said, the VODs get blocked on YouTube whenever I watch a TV
waiting
show
for you
like
to
this.
exhale.
Yep.
Actually, yeah.
Exactly. Exhaling. Yep. Right there.
Yeah, I do have a problem with that.
I do, yeah. Back to this.
actually told investors that they did need to brief Elon more at times.
There we go, Chad.
ahead
Just
of
shit
board
it all
meetings.
out.
So look, it's been no secret. Elon Musk has been spending a lot of time in Washington, D.C. He's been at Trump's side. He's been in Mar-a-Lago. He has 5 companies that he oversees. Tesla is one of them, but Tesla is public and Tesla is the biggest. It's got a market cap of around $900 billion.
Do we know if Elon Musk was aware of the effort that was underway to potentially replace him?
We do not know if he was aware of the effort, and we also don't know the status of this. So there are definitely some unknowns out there, but it is a big deal and usually a turning point for any company to reach out and hire an executive recruiting firm. This is usually when they would start this formal process of looking at internal and external candidates, kind of.
How fucking funny would it be if he gets outed before his 30 days up of being a special government employee? He's like, no, please, can I have another 30 days here? please don't kick me out. And they're just like, get the fuck out of here, dude. We're so ready for you to be gone.
Examining their slate, so to speak, of who could be the next.
I think they like the work he's doing, though. I do think all of the Trump administration, they love what he's doing. They just hate him. He's annoying. He's the worst to be around. I said it last week. Trump has made me laugh before. We'll watch Trump stuff and I will laugh. Like, I'll laugh at something he says because he's like sometimes kind of comedic, you know? He can be funny. Elon Musk has never once made me laugh. Every time I see him try to do something funny, it's like, oh, God. No, stop. Stop. The two hats? No, stop. No. When I saw the two hats thing, I literally was like, chat, I'm ending stream. I'll see you later. I can't. Literally what I did. And that was like a real reaction. I was embarrassed.
CEO. And something else to consider is that, you know, Tesla
anywhere near the White House.
There have been a number of.
But like what he's doing is he's going in and he is dismantling all of these federal government agencies, the bureaucracy. He's getting rid of the waste, fraud, and abuse. But really what he's doing is he's going in and all of these government agencies that were suing him or fining him, his businesses, he's just getting rid of them, or he's like cutting them down to the point to where it's like they're not even focused on the lawsuits anymore. They're completely dropping them. He saved himself, what was it, $2 billion in lawsuits from the federal government doing this job. So win-win for him.
Executives that have left.
But he's making all of these government agencies, he's carving it out to where he can make even more money off of government subsidies. Gives autistic people a bad name. He was just stimming, dude. It wasn't an actual Heil Hitler.
Reporting also shows that Elon Musk, at least according to an internal document, has more than 20
he didn't start it. No.
At Tesla.
And same thing, he did like a coup to oust the CEO.
So there's quite a lot going on in the company right now. For the first time in quite some time, its car sales fell. Its stock
overstimulated
shot up after President Trump won the presidency. And let's not forget, Elon Musk contributed more than $250 million
Booty.
towards
203 down from 217. Let's go.
Some consumers have been
that's fucking major, man.
Pushed back. There's been some brand damage.
So no, he's not getting rid of Tesla. Tesla's trying to get rid of him.
Stickers saying that on their Teslas. That
was I saying SpaceX? I meant to say Tesla if I said SpaceX.
So there's been a rocky road recently for this company, and it's only one of the 5 that Elon Musk oversees.
Well, and I think in terms of how this works, would they be able to remove him without his consent? I mean, how does this work behind the scenes in terms of
what shareholders
the board could do here?
Well, Elon Musk is a major shareholder. He owns, I believe, more than 10% of Tesla stock. So this is not like a typical company where a board decides that they are ready to get into this next phase and they hire an external recruiter and they look at all their various candidates and then they make a decision around how that all shakes out. Usually CEOs are very involved in that process. And of course, Elon Musk is on the board as well. But when you've got someone who also is a major shareholder, it changes that process. We've reported quite a bit at the Wall Street Journal about how close Elon Musk is with his board members. We've reported that in some cases.
At 10 Downing Street in the UK. What is that street? I don't know that street. I don't get the reference.
I would just say this is not your average CEO succession process. And I just want to emphasize that we are, after Elon Musk said last week during earnings that he plans to refocus and recommit to Tesla, it's unclear where the status of this CEO search process is going.
Emily Glazer, it is some fascinating reporting. Thank you for joining us on the breaking news this hour. Really appreciate your quick work.
Elon Musk today
it's not done.
Bid farewell to President Trump's cabinet, further signaling his decision to step back from the Trump administration and perhaps focus some well-needed attention on his many other businesses. My panel's here. And Mike Dubke, take a listen to your former boss, President Trump, during the cabinet meeting today, talking to Elon Musk.
You gotta go. 30 days, less than that now, right?
Vast majority of people in this country. Really
oh God, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Please no. Please no.
As long as you want. At some point, I guess he wants to get back home to his cars.
He can stay as long as he wants, but I know at some point he wants to get back to his cars.
I'm not sure that it's accurate to say that the vast majority of people really respect and appreciate
a gated off street, okay.
Polls,
oh my God, you doxed Chad, wow.
Ipsos poll shows even more Americans are souring on Musk. In February, 49% of the American people disapproved of him, but this month it's 57%. Do you think that's part of why he's stepping back? That he was actually becoming something of a lightning rod?
Well, I mean, I know one person that
lightning
really
rod.
appreciated him, which was President Trump. As others have said, he was a heat shield for the president. I called him a human heat shield for the president. And he served that job well, but his 130 days is up. There would have been other political conversations.
But he's still not gone.
If he had stayed
130
around.
days are up,
And I
still
think
not
you're
gone.
Right. That seemed like a farewell today, a farewell cabinet meeting. For
Farewell.
him. But he's got a real job that he needs to get back to, and I'm sure Wall Street will be thrilled to have him back doing X and Tesla and SpaceX and everything else he's got going on.
Before he got involved in politics, on Twitter, like long before even with Trump.
Bro, they still call it Twitter on CNN.
He was, regarded as like the Thomas Edison of our time.
Oh, shit.
Tesla, Nicholas
Kairos Rev coming in with
Tesla
the
of our
raid
time.
right as we're about to raid out. We're about
and
to do a
even
double
Fetterman,
raid.
During the campaign was
Yo,
saying John Fetterman,
Kairos
Democrat from
coming in
Pennsylvania.
heavy right
I
now.
take him
Let's
to
go.
He goes to rallies and people think he's Tony Stark. That's Iron Man, just so you know.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. Let's finish this video, then we'll write your name up on the whiteboard.
I wanted to make sure.
Wow.
I didn't know.
That was a bit of shady.
You know, I feel like there's nothing left to talk about when it comes to this. I'm writing your name up on the whiteboard first. But yeah, I got things I gotta go do soon too. But I could not tend to those things I have to do before we do this. Let's go. Oh! And then weed with the gift sub to Kairos.
Guardando attentamente i monumenti, la classica straniera con un'aria strana che gira stanca tutta la città. A un certo punto della passeggiata mi chiama da una parte un ragazzino, sembrava a prima vista tanto per benino, si offre a far da guida per la città. Pedro, Pedro, Pedro. Altro che ragazzino che per benino sapeva molte cose più di me. Mi ha portato tante volte a vedere le stelle, ma non ho visto niente di Santa Fe. Pedro, 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 praticamente il meglio di Santa Fe. Pedro, 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 Pedro.
Here's your name right there, Kairos. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream?
Pedro, 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 praticamente il meglio di Santa Fe. Pedro, Pedro, Pedro,
Coochie weeds. Let's go. Jordan Peterson loves those.
There we go. Look, I got it. Look, it's there. Oh my god, weed with the gift sub, booty with the 2 gift subs. Yo, Kairos, you figured it out actually. You figured it out. That's my way of determining if somebody from chat has macrophallus. If they think that like they could, if that's like a decent size, you know? And it's like, oh, haha, you have macrophallus, that's funny. You're weird. You don't have micro PP. Okay. Micro PP gang. And then Kairos with 100 biddies. Oh! Yo, you guys, I have to end stream now! I told you guys I have to go at 6! I told you I had to go! What are you doing to me right now? It's 5:55! I have 5 minutes! You're crazy! What are we doing? Thank you guys so much. Yo, for real, thank you guys so much. You know what? Let's play one song to round out the hype. I think there's only one thing we can end with. It's how we started, and it's the only way to round out the night. It's the only way. Cause I'm feeling like my back may be up against the wall right now. I feel like maybe I'm living on a prayer.
If you ever think about giving up, just remember why you started.
When your back's against the wall and you're living on a prayer, backing down from the fight's gonna get you nowhere. Hit the world back harder than the world can consume it. Believe there's power within and keep on bringing the boom.
Bring the boom around the world, keep spreading happiness and cheer.
They said I'm 15 minutes up, but we're still here.
Haters gonna hate, that's what they do.
But haters only win if you let them get to you.
When you step onto the field, don't forget to have fun.
Each strike's a strike closer to your next home
Bro
run.
almost died, and this is the first song they come back with. Let's go!
You gotta hit back harder with the power of boom. When your back's against the wall and you're living on a prayer, backing down from the fight's gonna get you nowhere. Hit the world back harder than the world can consume it. Believe there's power within and keep on bringing the boom.
They're gonna tell you that it's over, gonna tell you you're through.
Tell you that you fell off, yeah, we heard that too.
You gotta keep on fighting just a little bit longer.
Feel the boom from within.
Come on, Dad, keep fighting a little bit longer. Please, Dad, please. Please don't die, Dad.
The boom's about happiness and leading the pack.
When you give the world the boom, you get
Like I
the boom
said,
right back. When your back's against the
You
wall.
can hear the emotion in Big Justice's voice that his dad almost died. He's really spitting these bars. Comes from a place deep within him. Personal experience.
Expect nothing, appreciate everything, and bring the boom.
See, look, expect nothing, appreciate everything. He almost died.
Down from the fight's gonna get you nowhere. Hit the world back harder than the world can consume. Believe there's power within and keep on bringing the boom.
Okay, chat. It is 5:57. I have to get out of here. It is that time. We watched this already like 4 times. It was we didn't end up watching the first trailer again like we'd asked. My bad. I completely forgot. Just remembered that right now. But okay, as I said, I meant to do a lot more news today. We got sidetracked with never-ending music earlier, which like I said, I love listening to music with you guys, but I'm gonna have to in the future be serious about my cutoff time. Where it's like we'll do an hour of music, and then beyond that, it's like we'll do it the next session, next stream. Because one, like I said, I got stuff that I want to get to. I got stuff I want to talk about. But also, if you want me to enjoy the music, like it's gotta be like I gotta be ready to listen to it. And after like an hour, I'm kind of like, okay, kind of done. Especially when it's not a bunch of songs that I'm like, oh my god, this is my favorite. After a while, I'm just kind of like, okay. So if for me to be excited about the music, it has to be like hour. Then we move on to the next thing. That's true, Weed. You didn't. And it was like the longest music session we've had. That's crazy. But yeah, like I said, I wanted to talk about India, Pakistan today. I wanted to talk about Yemen, Israel today, the deal that Trump made with the Houthis. I don't even really know the details behind the deal yet. There was a Trump press conference, the press conference he had with Mark Carney from Canada, where Mark Carney was like, Canada's not for sale. And Trump was like, yeah, it is. We didn't get to that. So we're going to do all that at the beginning of stream. And then I wanted to play Chivalry today. I really wanted to play Chivalry with Volk and whoever else, but we just got sidetracked and Didn't end up happening. But I got through all the fun stuff I wanted to react to that was like left over from last week and the past 2 days I wasn't streaming. So, all right. Anyway, chat, I hate to say it, but I got to get out of here. We got to raid someone now. I hate to get raided by Kairos and then instantly raid out, but just got IRL things to do. And I also feel bad just raiding out right after you guys came in with those subs. But like I've been saying, I got to go at 6. It's now 5:59. Let's see. Who are we going to raid out to? Oh, I should play the goodbye song. Wait, was that a hype train? It didn't even show up as a hype train. I wouldn't have stopped. I would have kept going. My bad. It didn't even show as a hype train for me. My bad. Normally, if it's a hype train, I don't stop songs until it's over. I had no idea. Didn't even show up as one in my chat. What the frick? What the heck? But for real, here, hold on real quick before we raid. It's just so I didn't miss anything. Booney came in with the 2 gift subs. Kairos with the 100 biddies. Weed with the 4 gift subs. Booney, Weed. Everyone were coming in with all the biddies earlier. Oh my god, we had the insane hype train with Thrasher and everything earlier. Derby, Weed. Okay, I'll go over that in a minute. Let's find someone to raid. Yo, 3 days. Wait, hold on. Who we raiding? 2 days off, and man, I just don't even know how to stream anymore. Ooh, M-HUD's live. All right, we're hitting M-HUD. Favorite Chapo Trap House member. Raid M-HUD, one of the longest standing Twitch accounts on the website, I think. He's an OG. Actually, let's see. M-HUD. Created in 2013, man. What a legend. What a bloody ledge. Okay. Raid is going. What happened tonight? Weed came in with the 399 biddies plus 500 that didn't show up here for some reason. I don't know why. Booney with the gift sub. Doom with the gift sub. Booney with another gift sub. Weed with the 3 gift subs. Derby with the resub, 7 months. Mixable with the gift sub. Weed with the 3 more gift subs. Booney with the gift sub. Derby with the 3 more gift subs. Thrasher with the 10 gift subs. Bent with the $25, literally saving my life. I accidentally used my debit card the other day instead of my credit card, and the last little bit of money I had on my debit card to pay a bill is gone. I have $1 on my bank right now. And I was like, how the fuck am I gonna pay this bill? Thank you very much, Bent. Saved my life. Didn't even say anything about it. I didn't even mention it. Then Booney came in with the 5 gift subs. Then Lexi got the 6th one. Kairos with the raid. Weed with the gift sub to Kairos. Booney with the 2 gift subs. Kairos with the 100 biddies. Weed with the 4 gift subs. You guys are crazy. You made yours in 2014? Damn, I didn't know about Twitch until literally like 2017. That's when I found out about Twitch. October 2017. That was it. It was right when Max died, my dog.
Hey, Poke, you wanna come out here?
Wait. Did the raid work? Is the raid working? Nothing is showing up in my chat. What's up with the raid? Did it work? Did the raid already pop? I think it did. Okay, yeah, the raid went. All right, bye, guys.